just look at the cue when he pulls it back here. It's just smooth. Everything's controlled. Yes, and winning that Premier League pool recently in Florida, I think, has released the best version of Duong Kwok Wang. He now knows he can do it. He now knows he has done it. Of course, he won the Scottish Open in 2024, but that was a smaller event, even though it carried ranking points. As we see a 2-9 combination there. Quick end to the rack. Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz back on level terms at 2-2. Quite late in Vietnam now, around midnight, but I'm sure hordes of his supporters are still watching this. And the way this is going, I think they'll go to bed happy. Yeah, he just gets the cue out, plays flawless, puts it away, disappears for a few hours and just comes back and picks up where he's left off. The way he plays actually reminds me of Ralph Suke in his heyday. Nothing flashy, just very, very effective. We're just about to have our first player into the last 16. Indeed, it is confirmed. That player is Mika van Berkel. As for Duong Kwok Wang, well, he's halfway to joining the Dutch youngster in the round of 16. He leads by 5 racks to 1. Yeah, Van Berkel, very impressive, down on table 9. He defeated Daniel Corriere by 10 racks to 4. So Van Berkel now awaits either Yannick Pongers, his fellow Dutchman, or Joshua Filler. Duong Kwok Wang looking to win the first 2 events of a major variety on the World 9-Ball Tour in 2026. From here we go to the UK Open, then it's the American swing in Florida, Arizona, and then back to Texas for the US Open. The Philippines is calling in October with the Reyes Cup and then the Philippines Open. And we go back to Orlando for the Mosconi Cup the last 4 days of November. I don't think the combo onto the 3 is on. Possible bank. Could maybe use the cue ball to put the 3, flicking off the blue 2. You know, some sort of safety as well, maybe. So we'll see what he sees. So it was the carom, the cue ball, and just look at where the balls have come to rest. It's all well and good pointing the ball over the hole, but he judged everything else that you need to in that shot. This is where he's very good as well. He can kill this, but he doesn't have to. He can come through the gap in between the 8 ball and the pink. hit that into the correct jaw to take the ball into the pocket easier. Carl, you had lots of success on the English 8-ball circuit, but then you changed games, went to the bigger table, and when you won your first meaningful tournament, that must have given you a real boost of confidence, the kind we're seeing with Duong at the moment.
Yeah, you feel untouchable, don't you? You've got your hands on a trophy, you feel like you belong near the top, you've got a few dollars in the bank account. But he's got to kick on from it now, obviously. He wants to win more every time he pulls the cue out and enters a tournament. But you can just see the way he's playing, everything just seems easy. Really good with the cue ball as well, actually. He's got such good positional play. Interesting to see how he plays this one. Does he just try and float it in, or does he come across and use one of the rails before the middle or after? Yeah, just before. I tell you, that's not an easy shot what he's playing. You've got to be really in tune with your game to stun that ball in up the rail and come perfectly in a line across.
It's all very good from Duong Kwok. He leads 6-1, and we can expect more quality in our next match on this table, because it will feature 3rd August against Arseny Sevastyanov. I was thinking, you know, pool's been played in Vietnam for quite some time. If you look back at the World Cup, the original event, the inaugural event, was played in Newport in Wales in 2006, won by the Philippines. But a duo from Vietnam got to the semi-finals. Mind you, I think it's fair to say the country has never produced anyone quite as good as the man we're looking at now. He's got a massive following in pool crazy Vietnam, and the more he wins, the bigger the following will be.
Yeah, one ball has gone again. Mario Heat is through to the next round. He's beat Pascal Sparhugh.
Simon, on Top Boxing this week, you said all of this is confected. It's fake. It's not real.
I think there's an element of that. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, Eddie Hearn talks about lacing my boots. To quote the great Kevin Kelly, he might get his boots smoked by Zuffa, because they've got the money and the broadcast deals to really capitalise on the opportunity. And they will come, and they are coming. I don't agree with Dana's observations about the fact that everything he described the UFC model as being built upon everything that was bad in boxing, everything he hated was something he was going to deploy in building UFC. Whole different set of rules, whole different set of game, whole different set of structure, whole different industry in terms of UFC and what he built it from. This is a different ball game. He's not going to have a free run at it. Yes, he's got a lot of opportunities in front of him. Yes, he's got a stable. He's got the challenges of how he's done UFC. He's been sued up the yin yang for compensation from fighters. So he's got that circle to square with fighters coming in. He's got fighters that are ultimately wanting to fight for legitimate belts rather than this Zuffa nonsense right now, with the Ring magazine the only credibility really behind it. So I think it's confected, because I think both of them, they love the limelight. And when Eddie gets all offended about, he's asking me for a fight. I remember being in the studio challenging Eddie a year ago, and he was suggesting that we had a fight. So he's perfectly prone to doing it himself. Now he's saying it's an offensive thing that Dana White suggested we have a fight. Look, the bottom line is they're getting noise, and they're getting attention, and that's what they do. They're promoters. That's what their job is. Now, whether it's about themselves or whether it's about their charges, it brings noise. Behind it, poking a little stick with some excrement on the end of it, is Turkey a la Sheikh, winding everybody up and getting everybody at it, whether it's Frank because he's saying defamatory things, or his Ring magazine colleagues are saying defamatory things about Queensbury.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it! Yeah! Oh! Yeah!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive here on talkSPORT. I'm Jason Cundy alongside Darren Bent, everyone.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent. How are you, right? No mask today, no?
No mask today, mate. I'll leave that for a little bit later. No,
Yeah?
it's me. It's actually
Sure
me.
it's not a mask on
It's
there?
not a mask, matey. It's not a
you?
mask. No.
Okay, all right.
By Jingo, that's a Goldstein.
Oh, don't say that.
By
Oh, no,
That's what it says.
no, start again.
Okay.
Jack, cut the music.
Wow.
Jack, cut the music. Start again. You can't do that. By Jingo.
Start again. Good afternoon. Welcome to Drive. I'm Jason Cundy. Over there, Darren Bent. Boo. Boo.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Wowzers, do we have a show for you today? We'll tell you why Nottingham Forest owner, Murray Hutchinson, couldn't see last night after his side lost 1-0 in the Europa League. Yes, it is that funny. We'll discuss Reece James' new deal at Chelsea and what the skipper brings to the club as he signs until 2032. Ahead of talkSPORT's live and exclusive commentary on West Ham versus Manchester City tomorrow. We'll be looking for Erling Haaland. I haven't seen him for a while, by the way. And we'll bring you the best of the Premier League press conferences as we build to another busy weekend. All that plus Benty brings us here from corner, and we discuss footballers and their face cream. Everyone wears face cream, not just footballers. Every man and women wear face cream.
Do they?
You wear face cream, Ben.
No, I do. I bet some people don't.
They should, especially when you get at my age. This is Drive here on talkSPORT. You get involved as well. 03 717 22 3344. Today.
Shut up!
Now, Nottingham Forest became the 6th English side to lose in Europe last night. Oh my God, it was live right here on talkSPORT.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. I had my face cream coming in my face. But
the box looking for Chocho with a header. He's beaten the goalkeeper. And Midtjylland have stolen the lead. FC Midtjylland of Denmark have beaten Nottingham Forest at the City Ground for the second time this season.
The bigger prize is staying in the Premier League, not winning that trophy. So that is the big thing, what they've got to try and do this year.
Because they are celebrating a lot. It's like they finished.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. I had my face cream coming in my face
today, but it's not finished.
The conditions wasn't the greatest, but there's no excuse. We had a lot of chances in the first half.
Yes, Forest beat 1-0 home by Midtjylland in the first leg of the Europa League tie last 16 last night. Forest were made to pay for being wasteful. Actually, they had so many chances. Good shots. Their keeper had an absolute world. They had 22 shots with 6 on target throughout the game, which was played in heavy wind and rain. Yes, those conditions do happen sometimes up in Nottingham. Forest, Omari Hutchinson spoke to our friends at TNT Sports after the game, and he was asked whether the weather was weather to play in.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. I had my face cream coming in my face, but yeah, it was very tough. The conditions wasn't the greatest, but there's no excuse. I think we had a lot of chances in the first half, even the second. And as I said, if we don't punish them, they're going to punish us with one chance, and that's how it goes. But I think coming next week, I think we'll have a lot of confidence and a belief, and we can bring it back.
Yeah, that was what the weather was like for Omari Hutchinson. Benty, how are you, matey?
I'm good, Jim.
Yeah.
Face cream. Do you like that? I wonder if he's plugging something.
Well, look, the weather wasn't great, right? But we grew up with that weather.
Yeah.
That weather was like that when we were kids playing on a Sunday or a Saturday morning, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know whether he's just... I mean, I don't think there's an excuse rolled in there.
No.
It's not great sound.
No, honestly, I think you're trying to plug something. Because then someone will go, what face cream do you use later? I have this. Put it on.
What's your face cream?
I use Scotch Porter.
Okay. Oh, I don't know that, but...
Beautiful.
Is it good? Well, your skin looks good, though.
There you go.
You look all right. You still look young, matey.
Yeah, I try to moisturise a couple of times a day.
A couple of times a day?
Yeah, of course. Like I've got my one that stays at home, bigger pot, and then you take one in your bag, so if you get a bit dry, then you just send it to someone.
Right, okay. Yeah, no, I see that.
Then, all down to a certain
trust me,
golden paste.
It ain't that. It ain't that.
So Goldstein's Golden Paste is made by Damon Barber.
Yeah.
That's my face cream. So I've worn that for years.
Have you?
Yeah.
Do you use Goldstein's Golden Paste?
He gave me a pot. It's the problem with Goldstein's Golden Paste is it's quite matte. I like a little bit of shine in the old... Well, there's not a lot left, mate. You know, I'm having a...
So he's gone for a matte finish, is he?
He's gone for the matte finish. I'm not really a matte finish kind of guy.
No?
No.
Have you tried it, though?
I have. No, I've got a pot. I use it every now and then.
I know you've got a pot. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, no, I have. Yeah. It's actually very good.
He keeps trying to say to me, it's not happening.
What do you put in your hair?
So my... I use Scotch Porter. Scotch Porter.
So on your hair as well?
Oh, Joe, Jason's asking me. I've got to answer it.
Hold on, are we doing an illegal plug here?
No, I'm not. No.
Are we?
No, you've asked me who I use.
I mean, I know Goldstein's shameless. I'm expecting you to have a Scotch Porter t-shirt on next week.
Right, listen, you asked me the question. Yeah. Someone's answering it. Yeah. But that's what I use in my hair. Yeah, I feel like I can't say anything now. But no, he is shameless.
Yes, he is shameless. Yeah.
In terms of plugging brands.
I know, but do you know what? So the old wash bag, right? You see the players getting off the bus, you see them getting off wherever they're getting out and coming out into the dressing room, coming out the dress. There's always the man bag.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton.
Well, whatever it is, you know?
Louis Vuitton, what's the other one? Go Yard. There's all of them.
It's all changed. Louis Vuitton is my day, mate.
It's my day.
It's probably gone back up to another level now, isn't
it? It's crazy. But no, you're right. It's a weird kind of, I won't say it's an excuse for Omari Hutchinson, but it's a weird that you'd go for that first. Like, my face cream was running.
Yeah, that was strange. But you know what? Sometimes things can get in your eyes and sting.
You don't say that.
No, I know you don't. I know.
But it's surprising. It was we were watching the game last night for Forest. It was, and I've watched Forest quite a lot this season for some reason, and they are really wasteful in front of goal. That's been their problem. Like I said it yesterday. If Chris Wood was fit all season, they wouldn't be in this position. Because that Igor, I like Igor Jesus, but he misses too many chances. I know in cup competitions he's been very good, but league positions he hasn't. But they're just so wasteful in front of goal. They miss so many chances.
By the way, their keeper had an absolute worldie.
He did.
I think you have to say there was some of those shots that we just spoke about, the stats, they were from distance and they were good saves, decent efforts on goal.
Yeah.
But they weren't gilt-edged.
No.
There's not like 1v1s with a keeper or where he's got to score. I know the shots on target table will tell you one thing.
Yeah,
but
22 there.
But 22 shots tells you one thing. 6 on target tells you another.
And big chances was 1.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah. So it's definitely one of them where for Forest they need to be a bit more clinical because confidence in that squad's going to be low, regardless. They're fourth bottom, fifth bottom. No, they are fourth bottom.
They're fourth bottom, yeah.
So their confidence is going to be low.
Only a point behind Spurs. That could change, by the way. We'll talk about this weekend.
Hold on.
Right.
What time is it? 4:21. You've gone to Spurs.
Well, it's always
not
nice
on the radar yet. Spurs.
It's always nice to. Where's my mask? Get the mask. It's always nice to mention Spurs, don't you think? So things could change. So Spurs, obviously, we know what's coming up.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah, away. I don't think Liverpool. We'll talk about it. We're doing this a bit early. It feels like, but Liverpool.
No, yeah, because you started it early.
Yeah,
I think it's. What time was it? 5 o'clock.
I know, but sometimes conversation goes round. It's hard to avoid it.
Look, I didn't bring up Spurs.
No,
I just said Forest are fourth bottom, and you went.
I know, just a point behind Spurs. Well, that's true. Factually, I'm right.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that.
You're so happy, aren't you?
But,
Look how you're smiling.
No, do you know what, Benchy? I've said this. I don't want Spurs to go down. I've said this. I've been consistent. I don't want Spurs to go down.
Why?
Because the Premier League it's not a great league. And there are only so many games. I go to Stamford Bridge and I rock up and I'm lucky enough to get paid to watch it. I go in the gantry, I cover every game. There are 6 games every season. Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, West Ham. Right?
Oh, you throw West Ham in there?
Throwing West Ham in there because their fans are great when they come to Stamford Bridge. No, after that, Brentford. I mean, Fulham. No, seriously.
Well, when Ipswich are in the Prem, did you?
No, Ipswich. No, they'll get again. No, Ipswich. I throw Ipswich in there. There's only 6 games I really go to and I look forward to. And when the fixture list comes out, you go straight to first game of the season, last game of the season, Boxing Day, and then once you've covered those 3, you go right. When are we at home and away to Arsenal, Spurs? If you take that game away from me as a fan. I mean, plus we'd lose 6 points. We'd miss the 6 points. But do you not think there's some... Because it's not a great Premier League. It's such a...
Not about Newcastle. Not enjoy when Newcastle... Because their fans are great.
Okay, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a... fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'll throw Newcastle. We got them on Saturday, right? So when I see you next, I'll let you know what it was like. So, yeah, maybe Newcastle. Newcastle's maybe half a point.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? And even when I played at Spurs, I always felt like, and I know that it's the North London derby, and again, the rivalry's there, I understand that. But I almost felt like the atmosphere was a little bit more brutal when we played Chelsea.
Oh, the atmosphere's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was always
it's almost toxic.
Yes.
See, people talk about going to rugby matches now, they sit next to one another, and how lovely it is. I'm like, no, you don't want that. No. You want them over there, right, screaming all sorts of abuse, and you want the rest of the stadium screaming abuse. That creates an unbelievable atmosphere. Yeah. And I would absolutely 100% miss that Spurs game. And we've got them. Okay, the caveat to that is...
It's just send them down.
Right, the caveat to that is if they find themselves in a position that we can relegate them, that's on them. That's not got nothing to do with Chelsea, right? Yeah. If you go to Stamford Bridge and you need 3 points to stay up, and we take the 3 points, you get relegated, I think I'd take that.
Put them going down. Yeah, but
that's not good enough. They've had 30, that'll be the penultimate games. That'll be the 36 games. They've had 35 games up to that point to get themselves enough points
to get away from that.
To make sure they don't put themselves in that perilous danger.
Yeah.
Do you not think?
I agree with you. But that's the one fixture that it doesn't really matter what form Chelsea's in and what form Spurs are in. Chelsea always win that game.
Chelsea win.
And when I was looking
more often than not,
when I was looking for the numbers, they didn't beat you for a decade.
Yeah, I know. No, it's longer than that. It's 20 years.
How was that possible?
No, it was. So I played in the first run of that game. I think it was in 1990, and it went on to when I retired.
Did it?
Yeah. Oh, long after that, I was commentating on games that run, and I played in the first game that started that run. That's how long that ran. And then was it who scored the goals? He scored 2 goals.
Back in your day?
Yeah.
Steen?
No, for Spurs.
Oh. Chris Armstrong?
No, it's later than that. Dele Alli. It was Dele Alli. Scored 2 goals. The bits.
Do you know what? That's wrong then, because I was at Tottenham and we beat Chelsea at White Lane.
Yeah, but
Modric scored.
Was it in the league?
Yep, Modric scored 1-0.
Was it in the league?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Luka scored.
Right, so that's the first game.
And I was there in 2000. That would have been 2008, 2009 maybe. It would have been, yeah.
Okay, so the record then must have been at Stamford Bridge I'm talking about as well. So we absolutely bopped them for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And at Stamford Bridge, I think it went over 2 decades. Anyway, we digress.
Jeez.
We digress, Macy. But, if they rock up at Stamford Bridge, the penultimate game, and they need 3 points, that's got nothing to do. That's like, okay, you've put yourself in this situation.
Yeah.
We have to now finish the job.
Look how happy you are.
I know. Can you imagine?
Look at the grin in his face.
No. Like I said, I actually don't want Spurs to go down.
And you'll be commentating on that as well. So what are you going to say then?
I will be commentating on that game. But more importantly, I'll be doing the show with Jamie Hara on the Monday.
Oh, my. Do you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. That could be record figures, that. I'm talking about the station.
Yeah, that'll be... Yes, it'll blow up, Benton.
Oh, my, do you know what?
It'll blow up. After what's happened over the last week, and it's only been a week, because they lost at home to Palace last Thursday evening.
Yeah.
So it's only been 7 days.
That show there.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I think that could be, in terms of the whole building, record numbers, that.
I think it could be. I think we're hitting something like that now anyway. 03717223344. Let's take your calls on this. Do you want Spurs to go down? Arsenal fans, because the point I've made, there aren't that many great games in the Premier League. There really aren't. Look, I watch Liverpool on TV, right? And everyone says the atmosphere's great against Liverpool, right? When Everton are there, Man United are there. In there for me personally, so I can enjoy playing and seeing those games, watching those games.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Listen, I'm not one really for just one about the big games. At the minute, do you know why? Because at the minute, I just need Arsenal to win.
No, I know.
No, if you ask me, if Arsenal won the league this year,
okay,
but I can't forget it. But if Arsenal won the league this year, then ask me next year, then I might be like,
so you don't care.
Right now, I don't care.
You don't care if Spurs go down or not.
Not now, I don't know.
But you'd miss the North London derby, right? You'd miss it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But a little bit. It's one of the best derbies.
Yeah, no, I'll give you
What's the Super Sunday going to look like? Arsenal v Middlesbrough.
What's wrong with Middlesbrough?
They just don't bring the same power. They simply don't.
Honestly.
Ipswich. I mean, I play for Ipswich. They don't bring... No, I play for Ipswich as well. They don't bring the same energy. That's not Super Sunday.
Trust me, they do. They bring energy.
Benty, Arsenal v Ipswich on a Super Sunday is no energy.
Yeah, but that's not going to be Super Sunday.
Okay, give me the Super Sunday that's going to replace Spurs. Give me that Super Sunday. It's going to replace them.
Right. Wrexham versus...
What do you mean Wrexham?
I don't know why I went Wrexham first. But that would be Blockbuster, wouldn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, it is, but they're owned by Blockbuster owners.
No, it's not.
So you want Spurs to... So you don't want Middlesbrough?
Mate, it's not. No.
No, I think Ipswich Arsenal would be a Blockbuster.
03717223344. Taking your calls on this. Do you want Spurs to go down? Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans. Do you take my point? Those big games you would miss on a Super Sunday. 03717223344. Next up, no Googling. And still to come, we'll be discussing Reece James' new contract. First, though, it's time for no Googling. We want to know which manager has been promoted to the Premier League the most times. I don't know the answer to this one.
It's on your screen.
I've just seen it. I was thinking him as well.
I think I probably would get it right.
Yeah, I think you might have played for him as well.
Yeah, I know it is now. Nave said that.
Yeah, I think you might have played for him. Get your calls in. Do you want Spurs to go down? 03717 223344. This is Drive here on talkSPORT.
Morning, guys. Jermain. Morning. Morning, Gav.
Jay,
Morning,
good
boss.
morning.
Morning, boss. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. All good.
Why are you not here, Jermain? I thought you would be with us today in the box, smelling amazing.
I might have to come down, actually. Looks like it's going to be fun. Nice day for it.
Yeah, great day.
Jump on the headache up there, you'll be fine, mate.
He's not a racing man, I don't think, is he?
Oh,
I'm not. The boss knows I'm not really, and he's getting involved in it, though.
Yeah.
Saying all the right
He's well behaved, didn't come on a Tuesday when he was in on the Wednesday.
No.
Yeah, he was definitely there on a Tuesday.
We're the lads here. All got the helicopter here, didn't they?
Did they?
Tottenham, yeah. Yeah.
That was Rob,
Jermain,
that
it's
was
good
Robbie
to
that
have
saw
you
that.
on with this. Let's get your thoughts now on your former club. Shall we start with Spurs? It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's been a hard watch all season. To be honest, I think especially the other night I watched the game and yeah, it was just I think the manager's come in and he's in, especially in that game, he's decided to start a young goalkeeper in Kingsley, and I think I was surprised when he took him off. To be honest, I think when you have a young goalkeeper and you make that decision in such a game of that magnitude to start him, I think you've got to stay with him. I think what a young goalkeeper can gain from that sort of experience, even though it weren't going well when he made the two big mistakes. But I think you've got to stay with him, and the fact that the manager decided to take him off and not really acknowledge him when he come off, it's I just think that human side, I think you've got to manage that situation in the right way. It doesn't look good. I think try and get through half time and allow the senior players to get around him and help him in the second half. But to drag him off after the two mistakes, it was hard for me to see that, to be honest.
Every spring, sports fans in Europe come together to celebrate arguably rugby's biggest annual tournament, the Six Nations. But why is it the home nations, plus France and Italy, and no one else? It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. A few years later, when they could field a team, Wales decided they'd host England and an idea was thought up. With Ireland keen, they formed the Home International Championship, which ran from 1883. In 1910, France was allowed to join, as they were developing into a serious rugby nation, and thus the Five Nations was born. France had an interesting history with the championship. They were actually booted out for paying their players in 1931, when the home nations were keen to keep it amateur. After World War II, though, France were let back in, but it remained a closed shop for more than 50 years. And when another country was let in, it was only really because the Five Nations hand had been forced. Italy was developing into a serious contender, beating Scotland, France and Ireland twice in the same year, meaning in 1999 officials got together and said yes to Italy, and it became the Six Nations. So what changes, if any, come next? 7 nations? 8? A promotion and relegation system? Or should we leave it alone and let it remain the great rugby tradition it's become?
Where the hell is this, Jack?
I can't place it. Hold on, let it run a little bit longer. I still can't place it. Hold on. No. What's this?
I mean, Jack, you said it to me like it's a disgrace. I didn't know who that was.
Well, the fact that this is probably from the 80s, right? Right, so I know. I mean, maybe I should know, maybe I shouldn't, but it doesn't. It's not one of those. You know, sometimes you need a 10 seconds just to get your ears round.
A little high note or something. You go, oh, that's
something to go. Yeah. I didn't get any of that. Happy game, Jack. You're listening to Drive. He's Darren Bent. I'm Jason Gallagher on talkSPORT now. Before the break, and the first of today's No Google questions, we asked which manager has been promoted to the Premier League the most times.
Brucey.
It is Brucey. Yeah.
How many? 4.
Birmingham City.
Yep, 1.
That was in 02.
Yep.
And 07. And Hull, 13 and 16. And currently of this parish, it should be said. He's now a pundit. Do you think his managerial days have gone?
Nah, I think he can still come up for one more. Well, listen, Neil Warnock's just come back for one.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? He could, but at the minute, I mean, the way football's going, it's that coach, head coach now, and it's just younger and just 1,000 passes without getting anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's that type of coaching where I'm like, no, come on. Let's get back to basics, man. Get the ball forward, score a goal, get a cross in the box.
Yeah, I remember when there was a time, right, when a manager's job would come up in the Premier League and Steve Bruce's name was always linked with it, Glenn Hoddle, Alan Kirbishley. Do you remember that?
Curbs, yeah.
You'd go Glenn Hoddle, there'd be a period where they'd all be in the running for pretty much every job that come up. Well, not every job.
Yeah, Curbs was there.
Curbs was always knocking about.
Yeah. Always knocking about, to be fair. He did it earlier. I worked with Curbs, brilliant coach. Kept it simple.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those managers back then kept it simple. Knew what you had to do, and they kept it simple. And if you didn't do it, you didn't
Don't overcomplicate the game.
No.
And they thought it was a simple game. Yeah, listen, we'll probably get stuck into that after what happened midweek. You know, we saw what happened to Spurs, and then the following night, my mob with Jorgensen.
Oh, was there any...
Has
anyone seen it? Didn't hear that.
No. Oh, do you know what happened that day? So, because I do Chelsea TV, I can't get here in time to do SportsSpot. Right, physically I can't. So I get a message saying that O'Hara's not well.
No.
Can you come in? And when I got the message from the producer, I'm thinking, I think you're winding me up. I think you just want me to come in so you can batter me. And I'm like, he's not ill. I'll come in. If you want me to come in, I'll come in. But I'm not going to get there till like 11:15.
Yeah.
He said, no, he's ill. So I had to come in and face the music, mate, that night.
Oh. You're right company man, aren't you? I like that.
What do you mean?
On the bike, straight into here. You've done one job back in here.
No, if I can get here on time, I will, but I can't. You know, the show had been going half hour.
Yeah.
Nothing I can do about it. Anyway, still to come, we'll be asking who's England's best 2 fullbacks are. And I'll tell you what, we'll broaden it. We go, who are the 2 best at right and who are 2 best at left? Now, we're going to take your call. Spurs take on Liverpool this Sunday. Huge clash in their battle to avoid relegation. Do you want them to go down? I put my case forward. Bentley don't care. Bentley actually wants them to go down.
I don't really care.
You don't care?
No.
Okay, 037172234. Let's go and speak to Warren, who's a gooner. All right, Wazza?
Hello.
Hello, matey.
Hello.
You all right?
How you doing? You all right?
Happy Friday.
I'm good.
Happy Friday.
And Friday to you. I just wanted to say I'm not a big believer in Tottenham going down to be the best thing in the world. I think it'll be funny for 5 minutes to see O'Hara spit his dummy out, but then after that, I think we'll miss them in the top flight. We're meant to be the best league in the world, and we need teams like Tottenham, stadiums like Tottenham's in the Premier League. And I just think, it'll be funny for 5 minutes, but they deserve their history. I think they, I don't buy the bitter rivalry we've got. I think they should be in the Premier League for the better of English football, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, no one's got a divine right to be there. That you've got to fight and battle and work. And I can't believe Spurs. Actually, I can't believe this is actually a conversation for the second season on the spin bent.
Well, last season it wasn't really a conversation.
No, it wasn't. No,
13 points ahead.
It was, but you never really thought it.
It was never going to happen, was it?
No, this season you're going, oh my god.
Here we go. But I understand Warren's point though, in terms of the stadium, the club, and again, I've said it before, it probably makes no sense, but I said the universe won't allow Spurs to go down. Look about Everton. Everton flirted with it for year upon year, and you're thinking, this is the year.
Showed a little bit too much leg.
And all of a
then
sudden,
occasionally they went, no, you can't. Yeah, they were flirting.
Yeah, whereas I think Spurs, it's the same thing with Spurs.
Yeah.
Not going to go.
I don't know. I've been saying, I've initially said that Forest will go down, right? And I just feel West Ham. Something about West Ham, I just think they're going to get out of it. I still think Forest will go down.
But they've got the bit between their teeth, West Ham. The way that they're playing, although you say that, the way that Forest played against City
and Liverpool.
Yeah, so you go, okay.
Yeah, they might have a little bit about them. I don't. This weekend, if Spurs go there and capitulate and get that pants pulled down and get a good old whooping, I think the damage. It feels like the damage week on is just going to be. It just keeps mounting up. Yeah. How can you keep taking up a... They've won 2 games, Benty, in the Premier League since the 26th of October.
Yes, it's embarrassing.
2.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. We haven't won a game in 2026, have they? So,
no, they haven't.
There you go.
What today? They're going to get mid-March. Oh, my gosh.
So they've got...
They're going to get to mid-March and they haven't won a game. Haven't won a game.
Well, when do they play Atleti? Next week?
Next week.
Oh, my goodness gracious me.
Yeah.
So it could be Liverpool. So Atleti, Liverpool whooping.
Yeah, whooping.
And then Atletico again.
Then they're out the FA Cup, so it's the and then no.
Is it Forest? Is it Forest after that?
It's Forest, right? And then international break.
Now that should be Super Sunday.
That is Super Sunday. That is super. Yes.
If Sky have got anything about them, that game has to be Super Sunday.
We'll go for it. I think it probably.
I don't want 2 o'clock.
No.
I need 4:30.
What you do? Let's go and speak to Reno. He's a gooner as well. Right, Reno.
Hello, guys.
Happy Friday, Reno.
Oh, hello, Darren. I think you're brilliant. Your knowledge of football.
What about me?
You as well, but Darren, I was hoping that he'd join Arsenal. When I was younger, I was hoping he was going to come to Arsenal. He was that good, honestly.
Oh, Michelle, I wish it was as well. I'd have done anything to go there.
And what happened? Did you ever get close to joining Arsenal?
No.
There was never a conversation?
No.
There was not even a...
And just mad, Arsenal the second most team I've scored against in terms of career goals against Arsenal. Loads, yeah. But never happened, sorry. Never happened. Maybe because there was that added little bit of... I'm a gooner out, but...
I can't believe... Sorry. Go on.
I know what you're going to say.
Go on, Reno, go on.
I'm just going to say, I'm a season ticket holder. Yeah. I'm old enough to remember Spurs going down in 76.
Wow.
And I think the difference, there's big, honestly, division between the Arsenal fans. Who wants them to go down and who doesn't.
Yeah.
100% I do. 100%. And I think the difference is I was born, a mile from the stadium. I lived my all my youth up until I was married, in Highbury. Mm. And that is the difference. Honestly, the rivalry is unbelievable. I will absolutely love them to go down. And, I've got loads of Spurs mates because I used to go to school sort of in Muswell Hill and Alexander Park.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, the crack to see them, because whatever anyone says, guys, you blame Arsenal fans, but they are deluded. They go around singing "Champions of Europe." That's what we are.
Yeah, do you know what? That shout there from, I think even that shout from, I think O'Hara said that as well to you, Cundy. He kept saying you were Champions of Europe, didn't
he? Yes, he did, and that was them. But I look, would it be funny? Yes, it would be hilarious. But the previous caller made the point. I don't think it'd be funny for that long. I think, I don't know how funny it will be for, 6 months down the line.
I know. I think some people will find it hilarious. And the reason why I say that is because when they look at the fixtures, there's no disrespect to some of the teams in the Championship, but, I mean, it's one of them where...
Well, Lincoln, right? That's the one, right? Lincoln are going to get promoted. That's the one I keep...
But even like them going to to be fair, you look at the Championship, right? It's not like...
Benty, here's the thing. There is no guarantees they come up.
No.
I'm telling you that. I played a lot of my football in my career in that league. Mate, that is a tough league.
Yeah.
Right? To get out there, to get promoted, that's not easy. And I don't think this squad, the Spurs squad, is built for fighting their way out of Championship.
No. And a lot of these Championship teams, obviously Coventry, they're going to go up regardless. But Middlesbrough have been in the Premier League not that long ago. Ipswich, Hull, Southampton, Derby a little while ago, Watford, Birmingham, Swansea, Sheffield United. Do you know what I mean? There are teams there, Charlton, that have been in the Premier League in recent times. So it's like,
it's not easy, mate. I tell you, that's a tough. I don't. And who's going to stay?
I've got a question for you.
Go on.
If Spurs go down to the Championship, are they still part of the Big Six?
No, you can't be.
Straight away, they're not.
Well, I don't think they're part of the Big Six now. I think it's just like habit. I think it's just something you say.
But you don't think they're in it now?
No, I don't think they are.
So it's Chelsea, Arsenal,
I think it's just Big Five, mate. I don't think there's a Big Six.
So 2 Manchester clubs, Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So no.
You can't put Spurs... They've been fighting relegation. Well, not fighting, but you can't finish 17th and fight relegation in 2 seasons back-to-back and still be considered Big Six. I know they're in the Champions League, but I mean, they were terrible last season, even the Europa League, mate. How they bluffed that one, I don't know.
No, yeah.
Do you think the Big Six?
Well, I think if you go down, no. But on the flip side, though, if it happened to United, they would still be, wouldn't they?
They can be a Big Six if you're not in the same league.
I know. But
they'll be the biggest club in the Championship.
Yeah, but Man United are one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yes.
So they probably, if they went down a division, they probably still would.
No, but you can't have that conversation in the Premier League because they're not even in it.
No.
You can't have that. I can't believe this conversation is taking place, and it's now slowly but surely. I was listening to Paul Hawksby either yesterday or today saying, that I think he's resigned to the fact that they're going down. I think O'Hara's resigned. There's a lot of Spurs fans thinking that we are going down.
No,
it's happening.
I think it's a double bluff.
No, I don't know whether it is, mate.
Yeah, it is. I just don't think they will.
Yeah, because you can't.
If they were anyone, if they were like sorry, no disrespect. If they were Burnley in the same position, I say they're going down. But because they're Spurs,
no, but that makes no logical sense.
I know.
They've won 2 games since October the 26th.
And I still don't think they're going to go down. I know it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but I'm starting to wonder whether don't know. He's Darren Bent. I'm Jason. This is Drive Time live here on talkSPORT. Get your calls in. Do you want Spurs to go down, or if you are one of the other Big Six, would you miss that game? 03717 22 33 44.
So to me, the manager, when you look at him and the way that they're reacting to him as a manager, is everything that I need to know that this guy is absolutely out of his depth and he's got to get out of that football club.
Yeah.
Because if they stick with this guy, we are gone. This club is gone. Yeah. And then at the end of the season...
Who knows? But hold on a second.
At the end of the season...
So you change a manager and your fortune's going to change?
No, I'm not saying they're going to change, but it can't get any worse. No, it can't get any worse than this match.
Drew the second half today.
Jay, shut up!
Honestly, you lot, you don't know what you want.
Stop going on about the second half. You can't keep going on about it. Like, seriously, mate. Seriously, shut up. You can't keep talking about the second half. Oh, we drew the second half, mate. Honestly, I'm trying not to swear. Like, you can't keep saying that, mate. You can't keep saying that. You're a professional pundit. You can't keep saying that.
You did draw the second half.
Mate, I'm trying to be professional here. I'm not going to. I'm going to swear. I'm going to swear. Go to a break.
You've done it again, haven't you? You've done it again. You've walked. Jay? He's walked out again. I mean, factually, they drew the second half.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How did you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Time Friday. This is Bet Up, Jack.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
This is Donna Summer. Yeah, Donna Summer. I Feel Love.
Yeah, Jack.
It's a tune.
It's our girl, Jack. Oh, Joe, you letting him blow the budget, are you? On this?
That's a tune.
Yes, all right. I mean, it just reminds me of like the film like The Business or like The Firm. Remember them films?
It'll be on a soundtrack of a film somewhere, matey.
Business, great film, that. Remember that?
Yeah, I've seen it. I can't remember it, mate. What happened?
Remember about them doing the old stuff in
the business.
Yeah, doing some business in
Okay.
Spain, is it? Malaga or something like that? Oh no, Gibraltar, I think it is. Oh, no, I can't remember.
He's Darren Bent. I'm Jason Gunn. This is Drive here on talkSPORT. Still to come, we'll be hearing from the managers ahead of what's another busy weekend in the Premier League. But just quickly, Unai Emery has become the quickest Aston Villa manager to reach 100 wins, doing so in 181 games, with last night's win away at Lille. Now, Formula One's Grand Prix in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia in April are set to be called off this weekend due to the conflict in the Middle East, reducing the 2026 season to 22 races. With more on that, here's talkSPORT's Max Scott.
So it's looking increasingly likely that the conflict in the Middle East between joint US-Israeli forces and Iran will disrupt the opening races of this F1 season. The two Grand Prix in the Middle East are due to take place in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia next month, but with no improvements in the conflict and Iranian counter-strikes directed at both of those countries, it's expected that the Grand Prix will be cancelled in the interest of driver and fan safety. There's no official confirmation of the decision yet, but we do expect an announcement in the next 48 hours, and it is thought that F1 wouldn't replace the races on its calendar if they are cancelled, so there's fewer races for fans to tune into this season as it stands.
And a reminder, for all of the latest, you can simply head to talksport.com for that. Now, it's time for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Now time for today's bet bill with our friends at Paddy Power. Welcome Fern Buckley, and we're looking forward to tomorrow evening the Premier League as Arsenal host Everton at Highbury up the Toffees. Fern, please remind us how this bet builder works. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, lads. Yes, we've all made some picks, sometimes very questionable, added them together, got some overall value, and Paddy Power have chucked down a tenner on it, hoping we get it right, because if it does, it's a charity bet. It goes to the Attitude Foundation.
Okay, good stuff. Now it's a 5-leg bet builder. Here are our picks. I'll start with mine. I have gone with over 4.5 cards in the game, knowing David Moyes' side and Arsenal. I just feel it's one of those games that they could prove tough opposition, and it might be a tricky afternoon's work for Arsenal. I can see it getting feisty. Ben, you see where I'm coming from there?
Yeah, that'll do.
100%. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I mean, our Arsenal average around one home card per game. Everton under 2 on the road. But Andy Madley takes charge of this match. And he's been busy with his book lately, given 3 reds in the last 7 games. So I think...
Has he been looking after Chelsea by any chance?
Yeah, I mean, you could see a few cards coming out of his pocket. He's been very generous, hasn't he? That's in at 29 to 10.
Right. Well, I've gone simple Arsenal win.
Really? I would have never thought that. Oh my God.
Do you know what, Fern? In the WhatsApp group, that come out, I don't think the message had been our WhatsApp group more than 30 seconds, and Benny's dived straight in.
I think he just copies and pastes his answer every time, doesn't he? That's all he ever does. But no, they are on a 5-game winning streak at home in all comps. Led the league for the majority of the season so far. I'm not going to say anything more. An Arsenal victory is in at 1 to 3.
Okay. The producer, Joe's pick, what's he gone for, Fern?
He's gone for Goyo. Oh, you're going to have to struggle here. Goyo Corres to score. Thank you. Scored 5 goals in his last 7 games. A little bit quieter recently, though. February is where he shone, but also he is having those shots. He is trying to get the goals, but he's a super sub as well. So if he comes off for any reason, Paddy Power, protect your bet. That's in at 10 to 11.
Okay, and the people's pick?
They have gone for both teams to score because although we've got Arsenal to win the bet builder, they have only kept 1 clean sheet in the last 6 matches in all comps. So the people can see both teams scoring. Everton have been dangerous on the road as well. Got to say, they racked up 7 away wins this season. So only Arsenal have a little bit more with 9. Both teams to score is in at 5 to 4.
And Fern, I believe you have the last pick. What have you gone for?
I do. I've gone with Saka to be fouled once or more. Just always a solid bet builder to get in there.
Yeah, I mean,
as one of the most targeted players in the league.
Yeah. And he makes sure the foul stays a foul, doesn't he?
Yeah, right. I know he averages almost 2 fouls per game. So for 1 or more in this match, that's in at 1 to 10.
Fern, can you confirm the bet builder insurance, the odds and the value of the charity bet, please?
Yes, all comes in at just under 19 to 1. So from a £10 bet, you could get a return of just under 200 quid tomorrow night, which is nice. And if we get it right, of course, it goes to the Attitude Foundation, who do great work.
Brilliant stuff. What are you up to tonight, Fern? You out?
I'm staying in and watching a little bit of football, a little bit of sport, and enjoying a glass of wine, I think.
Wowzers.
Wowzers, okay.
Yeah, sounds a bit like mine. Fern, have a fab weekend. Thanks for joining us.
See you later, guys.
Take care. That's Paddy Power's bet builder for today. Minimum odds 1 to 5 per leg. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
He's Darren Bent. I'm Jason Cundy. This is Drive on talkSPORT. Next up, we'll be discussing a new deal for Reece James at Chelsea, keeping him at the club until 2032. Is he, in my opinion, and I genuinely believe this, get Bentley's thoughts after this afternoon's and sports headlines at 5 o'clock, he is the most all-round player in the Premier League. Thoughts? 03717 22 33 44. This is Drive live here on talkSPORT.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Outrage
we
now
haven't
from all
spoken
those.
about Arsenal, really. Was it a penalty last night for Arsenal?
No.
No.
Did you think it was a penalty?
No, I didn't.
I know one person who did.
Martin Keown
On
felt
Blind
it was a definite penalty after Madueke went down under a challenge in the game against Leverkusen. It resulted in a penalty, and that was put into the back of the net by Havertz, who didn't celebrate because it would be wrong to do so. But again, is this not back to objectivity? Or does Martin have every right to say, it was a penalty? Of course it was a penalty. But he knows, played the game, you didn't, nor did I.
Of course. But I've also got a set of eyes. And I wear glasses, and so does he. The question that was asked of him by the presenter, I think it was Lindsay, wasn't it? Said to him, if you was an Arsenal player and that was given against you, and he said, well, you're switching question, because he knows the answer. If he was an Arsenal player and that was given against him, he'd be outraged. It was a penalty because the referee said it was.
All right.
And that's the end of the discussion, isn't it? But was it a penalty in terms of a real foul in the penalty box where a player was really taken out of his stride and fell over? No, it was a dive.
580,000 people have read your tweet directed at a certain Martin Keown about what you thought of Martin saying, for me, it was a penalty. You've jumped in, oh dear Martin, and then a little expletive. Did I say that old Keown lacks objectivity? Yes, he is the grand fromage of bias. Where did you pluck that one from?
I don't know, maybe I was eating some camembert at the time.
An evening at home with Simon Jordan with some camembert.
Football fans all have stadiums we love, but do any of us have a pitch that we love? It might sound like an odd question, but pitches can be different sizes with big consequences. Why is that? And what are the actual rules? Back when association football started, pitches could be up to 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe for international matches, which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs had been rebels, not intentionally, but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury, for example. It was 5 metres shorter and a metre narrower, meaning away sides had a challenge to adjust. White Hart Lane was exactly the same. And actually, when Spurs temporarily moved to Wembley, they asked the FA to shorten the pitch. The FA, very offended by the sacrilegious suggestion, said no, which in fairness could have actually benefited Tottenham, because when they moved into their shiny new stadium, the pitch was exactly the same size as Wembley's. Today, Forest pitch at the City Ground is a big one. It's 2 metres wider than any other pitch in the Premier League. But the smallest of all, Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 wide. No excuse for not tracking your man. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too. At Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. At least they don't play on a slope like Newcastle do. There's a 2 metre incline on the pitch at St James's Park. And don't get me started on the old pitch at Yeovil too. It used to be a slant of 2 metres corner to corner and across the halfway line. So UEFA have their standards. So do the FA, but they do give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long and between 45 and 90 metres wide. I mean, the rules state you can't have a square pitch, but in theory you could have one that's 91 metres long and 90 wide. Imagine rocking up to play a Sunday League game and the pitch is basically a square. So there are rules and regulations on sizes, with a UEFA standard that roughly everyone follows. But as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
Good afternoon. We love that.
You sprinting in here, like.
Well, do you know what, right? Because yeah, there's a little bit more time on the sports bar. As soon as the news ends, right, you're pretty much on.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more wiggle room here, isn't there, right?
Got relaxed.
You lot don't do. Honestly, I listen to. You've got travel. You've got news at the top and the bottom of the hour. Stealing a living, you two. He's Darren Bent. I'm Jessica. This is Drive here on talkSPORT.
I like the sound of that girl with her cheese and tomato sandwich, I have to tell you.
We'll be hearing from the managers ahead of what's another busy weekend in the Premier League. But now, Reece James has signed a new deal at Chelsea, a new contract. So, who are England's best fullbacks?
Reece James right-footed and in! It's a brilliant free kick from Reece James to pull Chelsea back into this game.
I believe he's the best fullback in the league. I think Reece James is the best right back in the league by distance.
Oh, he's such a good player, and he's an all-round player. He can defend. He's got experience now. He's got a wonderful cross on him. He goes into midfield
in his own way, getting the players and the crowd up for it as well. So it was a true captain's performance.
James whips in the free kick all the way through. Reece James with the opening goal for Chelsea.
Yes, academy product. Chelsea captain Reece James has signed a new 6-year deal that keep him at Stamford Bridge until 2032. His old deal was set to expire in 2028 and is the club's highest earning player, around about £250,000 a week. James has been speaking to the media after he signed that contract, and he said looking forward to putting his injury troubles behind him.
Yeah, I mean, I had to come through a lot, 2 or 3 years of struggles and setbacks, after setback. And, I'm, in a really good place at the moment. My body's feeling good. I'm playing, on a regular basis, 2-3 games a week. And, I just try and help the team as much as I can and, do what's right.
Yeah, Reece James on a new 6-year contract, Chelsea's captain, and almost certainly will be going to the World Cup, unless injuries, of course. And that's been a big problem for him, Benty, because he has had in the last year, less so. But there was a time where my career was ended early with injuries, and there was a time where I was genuinely concerned for him that we were never going to see the levels that potential showed he could get to. He had hamstring problems. He'd come back. I'd commentate on games on Chelsea TV. He'd come on the pitch 15 minutes and come off again. And it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
We know what it's like we'll play with players. We know what it's like when we have injury.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's finally got over that.
He looks great. There were times when he was come back from injury. I don't know how fit he was because he looked a bit bigger. And in terms like, when some players are, I know I'm sure it was all muscle, but he just looked a little bit out of proportion. So maybe that explosiveness that he's got was causing him an issue. But he's obviously slimmed down a bit now. He's already made 40 appearances this season. Yeah. So he looks like he's over it, touch wood, because he's a fabulous footballer. Like I think a lot of people will make the comparisons between him and Trent more so than him and Kyle Walker. Like for me, Kyle Walker was the best just because on the ball he wasn't as good as Reece, but defensively what he just give you with the pace and I just thought he was better. But when people talk about Trent and Reece James, they go about Trent's technical ability. Reece James ain't too far behind that, by the way, in terms of crossing and range of passing.
Yes.
So, and defensively, Reece James is one of the rare fullbacks where a lot of the time we had a period where not all the best players in the world, but a lot of top players around Europe played in that left wide position, didn't they? Hazard played there, a lot of people. And Reece James is probably one of the only fullbacks I see that's like, don't worry about that to my wide player. You stay there. I'll 1v1 me and him. I can deal with him. And I think that's
he doesn't lose duels.
No, that's the thing. He's like, you know what? Okay, I don't care how good he is. I'm better than him, so he's not going to get the best of me. But I just think right now he looks like he's at the peak of his powers again, and like you could tell Thomas Tuchel loves him. Like he really, really likes him. And for me, he's England's best right back, and I think he'll start easily.
I described him the other day as a bulldozer with the touch of a ballerina, because he the way he uses his chest to bring the ball down. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use his chest so well. He just brings it and but he's also technically so gifted.
Yeah.
But no one gets past him.
No.
Physically, you're not going to bully him.
No.
He's like a cruiserweight boxer.
Yeah, he's tough. He's really tough. I mean, I can remember you lot played Spurs a couple of years ago, and it was like, obviously doing the analysis and stuff and watching where Son was going. Reece James just followed him everywhere. And I think Son got taken off because he didn't want any part of it, because Reece James was at his heels, getting in front of him, bullying him. But now it's wonderful to see, because England are going to need him. Like I think in terms of defensively, he's brilliant. Going forward, he's brilliant. He can score a goal. He can deliver a cross. He's already scored. He scored that unbelievable free kick for England. So he's at the peak of his power. So he's going to be so important for England moving forward.
Absolutely. He can play right back. He can play midfield. He can play centre half. He has played in a 4. I've seen it in a 4, but didn't start there as the game changed. Might have had a red card. Things had to be juggled in that. But he can play right of a 3. So he's versatile as well. His best position is at right back. But Maresca, you probably remember this, played him right back, but actually was inverted. Yeah. So he could play it right back, then come in. Less so. Racina doesn't necessarily do that with him. He's a little bit more of the old-fashioned kind of right back. He's a bit more, gives us a bit more width under Racina.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and that's why he's such a gifted footballer, because he can play a number of roles, and not only can he play a number of roles, he can play them well. Like if he played at right of a 3, he wouldn't look out of place. He'd think, is that where he plays all the time? Yeah. A right back we spoke about. Even in midfield, I remember him that year for Wigan.
One player of the year.
Yeah, when he played centre midfield. I remember thinking, who's this kid? Like, he's unbelievable. And he's gone back to Chelsea. And in terms of his frame and his physique and the way that he plays the game, he is one of those players that can play in a number of positions and play them well. We saw one of those players play this week in the Champions League. That's Valverde. He's another one who can play a number of positions, but like, wherever he plays is an 8 out of 10. Yeah. Maybe Reece James is not on that level in terms of 8 out of 10, but he's still very good in whatever position he plays in.
So he's come through the academy. You've got it at your place, Saka, right?
Yeah.
He wears the armband. It really does add something, I think, to the club if an academy player can come through and be skipper, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people say that he's not necessarily captain material, but he's not a John Terry. John Terry was totally different. You can't compare.
There's not many of John Terry's about anyway, is there?
No.
So no, but he does it. I think he does it in a different way. Reece James, like you, people will look at Reece James, and he ain't got to be the most vocal. You're horrible on that. Heard him on that.
He's a quiet boy. I've interviewed him a few times. He's quite humble, very quiet.
Yes,
young
but
man.
he's one of those. And I've played. Okay, I'll give you another example. I played at Tottenham with Ledley King. Not the most vocal, but he was a leader because you look at him and go, "Oh my goodness, look how good he is!" Like look at him. He's the example. He ain't got to shout and scream, but look at what we're working with. And it's a little bit like that with Reece James. Hasn't got a ball, hasn't got a scream, but when you look at how well he plays and how good he is, you just know that he's the natural leader. Regardless, you know that he's the skipper. And Ledley was the same.
Just on Ledley King, by the way, he was an outrageously good footballer.
Oh my goodness!
And he's another one whose injuries totally robbed us and Spurs, but certainly England. He could play midfield. He could play centre half,
fullback.
Mate, he was an unbelievable footballer. Ledley King. You played with him.
Do you know, I always remember before I got there and people telling me how good he was. And then when I got there, like, of course, he spent a lot of time in the treatment room and doing his own stuff, like weights and stuff. But when you actually watched him up close, you go, oh, my goodness. There was nothing he couldn't do.
I agree with that, yeah.
Like, you'd back into him, he's too strong. He was too quick. He was good in the air. He could play off both feet. Yeah. You'd go, oh,
his injuries, that's what, devastated him.
Yeah.
Completely. And ended prematurely what was probably going to be a career that could have gone on.
Well, he could have played skipper. He could have played anywhere in world football.
Yeah,
that's how good he was. Anywhere. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if he was injury free. Who would have started at centre half for England? Because
he played midfield for England, didn't he?
A little bit, yeah. But his levels were up there with Rio's and JT's.
I agree with that.
So it was who'd you fancy?
It's just at the time he couldn't sustain enough time on the pitch, fitness wise, to continually push those two boys and keep going. Yeah,
exactly. That was the problem he had.
So at fullbacks, right? Here's what we got, and of course the England squad is going to be announced next week for the friendlies coming up in March. Reece James, Trent, Tino Livramento, Lewis Hall, Nico O'Reilly. Have we missed anyone out?
Listen, I think Lewis Hall.
I don't think Luke Shaw's involved in this conversation. I know he's I think it was a bit late for him. Do you think?
Yeah,
I know he's come back and they're doing all right, but I just think. I think personally Lewis Hall's the best left back.
Yeah, me
England
too.
have got right now.
I agree.
I think Nico O'Reilly is in the conversation,
but he plays midfield now.
He's keeping out
Foden. Yeah,
does that make sense? How can because he's actually by trade he's a midfielder, Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah,
but you play him at left back, mate. He's so good.
So good. So I think Lewis Hall and Nico O'Reilly certainly at the minute have got that position. Jed Spence spent a bit of time there because he's versatile, but his form, as well as Tottenham's, have gone completely. Miles Lewis-Skelly last year,
Mate, okay, great question, great point. What's happened to him? Because he's now Calafiori's behind him, and Nketiah, right?
Do you know what? So he ended last season really well. Played for England, scored in his debut for England, was brilliant. So I'm thinking he signs a new contract, and I'm thinking him coming back. Right, this is going to be his time, right? Calafiori comes back and was absolutely incredible for the
beginning of this season.
Yeah,
yes.
Came back and Lewis Skelly couldn't get in. Yeah. And then when he did get in, the performances in the league, he's good in the Champions League, but his performances in the league weren't great. So then Nketiah came in and he's been brilliant. So now you've got Nketiah's playing first, then Calafiori.
Well, he's now third.
Yeah, so now he's third.
I think there will come a conversation, and not too distant, by the way. I think next in the summer he might have to consider leaving.
Potentially, but Nketiah is obviously a loan. So if Arsenal turn that permanently, which it looks like they might, then he might have to. And I'd be sad to see him go because the way he exploded onto the scene, I thought...
And also, he can play midfield.
Of course he can. He's more comfortable in there than probably most.
Do you think that we're finding... I'm going off a different tangent here. Do you not think that we're finding different players now, modern-day players, that are far more versatile than they ever were?
Yeah, like a fullback was a fullback.
Yeah, I don't remember fullbacks. I mean, there was one or two maybe, but you never saw them in midfield. Now it looks like that the game has changed. That you can play fullback both sides and play midfield.
Yeah,
and play in a different shape.
It's
Do you think they're more versatile now?
I think so because certainly the fullbacks back in the day would be good footballers, but a lot of it they'd get the ball out their feet and maybe just clip one down the line, channel ball or play into midfield. Now, as you said, they're stepping in there, they're getting on the ball, they're making extra numbers, they're getting on the half turn And Lewis Skelly, I think, throughout the academy was a centre midfield player and then played left back for Arsenal. But I think a conversation will, if they sign Nketiah full time, then Lewis Skelly, he needs, as a young player, the worst thing.
He's too good.
You need to play.
He's too good not to play.
Exactly.
So who are you taking then? So we've got Reece, you mentioned Jed Spence, Trent, Tino, Livramento, Lewis Hall, and Nico O'Reilly. I only see two fullbacks going. Bendy, you're not going to go three. And for me, at the moment, it looks like Reece and Trent.
Yeah.
And Livermore miss out Hall and O'Reilly.
Well, do you know what, right?
There's no one else, is it?
I like Livramento, but he has been out for... I mean, he played... He came on 23 minutes against Barca. Before that, he played 10 minutes against Man City. But before that, it was 10th of January. Was his last appearance. So if he can get back up to the fitness that we know he can, then Livramento will go. But it's how many minutes is he going to get?
Who's he going to go in place of?
So I think the two right backs are Reece and Trent. And Lewis Hall and Nico O'Reilly. So
I don't know who's missing out. The only one I can think of is going to be Trent.
But then he played well the other night.
No.
The next English...
It wasn't that long ago, Benty, that we were talking about his England career could be coming to an end, Trent's.
Yeah, because he just weren't fancied. But next week will tell us a lot when English was announced.
It will.
Because I can't see him taking someone who's not in this next squad.
No,
so he won't just go, I'm going to put him in for the World Cup.
No, if you're not in this squad...
You're not going.
I think you're going to find it incredible... Unless there's a knock.
Say Palmer's not in this squad, but then goes and scores 10 goals between now and the end of the season, which he's more than capable of doing, then he'll go.
Maybe. Any thoughts on that? 03717 223344. Taking your calls on England's best fullbacks, and with Reece James signing a new deal at Chelsea and asking whether he is the best complete all-round player in the Premier League. I think so. What do you do? 03717 223344.
Liga 1 done it. They moved cancelled the game to fit it into the PSG schedule to make it easier on the players.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
They want to retain the Champions League.
Yes,
it's a prestige trophy.
Of course.
So if your league has got that, so a team from your league has got the Champions League. It just makes you more prestige.
Here's the issue that's going to happen. Here's the problem: is that there have been examples of managers complaining, and I think some unfairly at times, about playing on a Wednesday and then playing on a Saturday 12:30 kickoff. Klopp famously done it at a fallout. Yeah. With one of the reporters. But you cannot show favouritism in England.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. Been taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Fun Time Friday. The weekend start. When's the weekend start for you, Benty?
Friday, isn't it?
It started, doesn't it? Now it started.
Out there it has.
Yeah.
Is anyone here?
Jack has. Management have gone home. Probably. Good afternoon, thanks for your company. This is Drive on talkSPORT. He's Dan Bent. I'm Jason Cundy. Still to come, we'll be asking how Manchester City can get the best of Erling Haaland. He hasn't quite been at his shiny sparkliest best of late. And if the City are going to do anything in the Premier League, he has to be 03717223344. But just quickly, the Premier League is set to have 5 spots in next season's Champions League, despite poor results in the last 16 this week. And Chelsea boss Liam Rossini has been speaking to the media ahead of tomorrow's game against Newcastle, and he said he was delighted that Reece James has signed a new contract.
We secured the best player in world football in his position, and he had many opportunities to leave this magnificent club. And the good thing is not just the size and the stature of the club that he's come through from a very, very young age, but it's his belief and confidence in what we're doing here, where we want to go. We've had many conversations about it. For him to sign a deal and put his faith in us is a massive step.
Liam Rossini there talking about Reece James signing a contract, the best fullback in world football, Benty. And you went, wow.
Yeah, he's in the discussion. I mean, I put Hakimi in there for sure.
Hakimi's good, mate. Hakimi's good. Your boy's been all right. Oh, Timber's been okay.
Yeah, he's been good. I mean, at the minute, he looks a bit tired, though.
Yeah.
Like getting up and down. But no, you're right. Reece James, he's definitely in the conversation. Valverde would be, if he was a right back, he'd be in there.
I mean, but he's not a right back, is he?
No, but he put him there. He's still one of the best in the world.
Yeah. Do you think so? Better than Reece at right back?
No, I mean, Reece, that's his natural position.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to be even in that conversation, even if Reece is in the top 5, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Which he is.
03717223344 said that Reece James is the most complete footballer in the Premier League. 03717223344. Harry's a Chelsea fan. All right, Harry. Afternoon. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Just finished work. Result.
What'd you do, H?
I just started my new job this week as an account manager.
Oh, nice.
What's it been? When did you start? Monday?
I started on Monday.
Were you a bit nervous first day?
I was really nervous, actually, because just my first job out of uni, so...
Oh, it's your first job?
To set a good impression, yeah.
Wow, okay. Not bad, that. Accountant, just fresh out of uni. Not sure.
So you're an accountant?
No, I'm account manager, not an accountant.
What does that do?
I did a media... basically, just work on behalf of other companies, setting up meetings and appointments for them in, like, the construction industry. I've got a degree in media and journalism, so it's a little bit different to what I did at uni.
Oh, wow. Very intelligent.
How did you go from there? Get a degree in media and journalism? You went...
I just found it really hard to kind of get my foot in the door media-wise, and I wanted to get experience in a professional workplace, so I thought there's no better place to start than somewhere like this.
What's the office and the colleagues like? What are they like?
Yeah, they're really nice people, to be fair. Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans, no Spurs fans, which I'm gutted about.
Right, go on then, Harry. What do you want to say?
Just quickly touching on what Rossini said there. He called him the best right back in world football. But just play him in his position there, because he is so good. Like I think there is no one that comes near to him. Yeah, you can say Hakimi, but like you said, he's a bulldozer with a touch of a ballerina. He's fantastic. He's just, I can't speak higher enough of him. And with the England situation, I don't think Trent goes. let's be honest, Trent had a good game against Man City, and that's all everyone's seen of him, and to be like, let's send him there. I think Liveramento's quality. Like, if you look at the fullback positions, Cundy, the Chelsea boys are holding them up, aren't they? Livermento, Lewis Hall, Reece James.
Well, he comes from the academy, Lewis Hall, of course, but he's no longer our player. But I think Lewis Hall has been
brilliant.
He has been outstanding. He has got. It feels like the rise in the last 6 months of Lewis. I know he had injuries at the beginning of the season. Obviously, you didn't see him for a bit.
Yeah.
Since he's come back, the rise of him, it seems to know no bounds.
Yeah, no, he's been absolutely incredible. One-to-one defender as well.
He was a midfielder, though, wasn't he, as well?
Yeah, he did. That's where he started as a midfielder.
I like him.
He was
Yeah,
that game against Liverpool, he played for us. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? Right, when he says about, so you say Reece James, so I'm going to go Declan Rice in terms of the most complete. I just think there's nothing he can't do either.
Honestly, Declan Rice has been brilliant, but the most complete.
Hold on, were you about to say honestly because I'm saying Arsenal players? You just said a Chelsea player.
No, but
you're connected. You're more connected to the club than I am.
But I'm right.
No,
I'm right.
I'm going Declan Rice.
Okay, how many positions can Declan Rice play? How many positions?
Can he?
No, go on.
Centre half.
Yeah,
I've seen him play there. Right back, I've seen him play.
Don't give me right back, mate. Come on.
Hey, holding midfield player and 8.
Help me out, mate. Help me out.
He's more complete. Come on, you know he is.
No, Declan Rice does not play right back.
You know, he has done before, though.
Well, that doesn't mean he can play there. Sometimes you just have to put a player in there. Has he started a game at right back?
Yes.
When?
This season. I can't remember what game it was, but I'll find you.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, I'm telling you now. There was a home game. He played at right back.
Declan Rice was right back. What was wrong with Timber and all the other?
I think they were all out. Brighton. Was it Brighton at home at Jack or away? Was it at home?
He played right back. I don't remember.
Yeah, Brighton.
So he played one game there.
Yeah.
Well, that's one. I mean, why hasn't he gone back there?
Hey, complete midfield player. I saw your boy play centre midfield this week.
Yeah, he can play there, mate.
And what happened?
76
minutes. No, not 76 minutes. What happened?
74 minutes, he was good.
And then what happened?
Fell off a cliff. Oh, dear. Keep the calls coming. 03717 2233 Paul is a Spurs fan. Right, Paul?
To be fair, someone just come with an unbelievable shout, by the way. Sorry. Szoboszlai, this season has been unbelievable wherever he's played.
He has been good.
And he's been right back, centre midfield.
He has been good. Yeah.
So he's in the
conversation, yeah.
Szoboszlai.
Slaven Reece, mate.
Yeah, but you're...
No, I'm just Reece.
Yeah, I love Declan.
Let's go speak to Paul, a Spurs fan. All right, Paul?
Are you okay, mate? How you doing?
All good. Happy Friday. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I just mentioned about you reckon that Reece James is probably the best all-round player in Premier League, but I tend to differ. How about Szoboszlai for Liverpool? He can play right back.
Just stole his thunder. He's been good, Szoboszlai.
He has been very good.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know why. I thought Paul was going to come and say Van der Ven. I don't know why. Just because obviously centre after where he runs forward. In my head, I thought he was going to say Van der Ven.
What, the most complete player? No.
Hello?
No, you're still here, Paul. You're still here, matey. So, Paul, what's going on, matey? You going down?
Oh, Jason, listen, I believe so, because, I mean, in our last 10 games, we have been absolutely poor. We haven't won a game this year, 2022. Would you believe that? Listen, mate, if something don't change very quick, we're going down.
I probably wouldn't say last 10 games. I'd probably go a bit further than that.
Yeah, I think you can probably go back. You've won 2 in the Premier League since late October.
I know it's a joke, isn't it? It's a total joke. I'm not too happy with our so-called interim manager, Igor Tudor. Right? I mean, what's he playing at? 4 games in the bench, got absolutely hammered the other day against Atletico Madrid. I can't see a way out, to be quite fair. I can't see a way out. And our next game is Liverpool away this weekend. We're not beating Liverpool. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
Do you know what they might do, though? Do you know what they could do? Potentially, they could nick a draw, you know. I don't think it can happen, but...
I've got a funny feeling that Spurs will get something, because I saw Liverpool... I've been watching a lot, we all do, right? I just come away, every time I come away from Liverpool, I'm like, what have I just seen? Away at Forest in the first half, I think that's probably the worst performance I've ever seen from Liverpool.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Ever.
I did that game, Scratch, it was terrible.
They were unbelievably bad. How
they
come out of that with 3 points on
I just think, though, that... I understand what you say about Liverpool, but they've got players like Ekitike, or players that can hurt Verts, that can hurt you, man.
Yeah, they have.
And Spurs have got no centre-halves.
No, because they've got Van der Ven suspended.
Yeah, Romero concussion.
Who else has got?
Dragusin is there, I think, but Paulini's been playing there. He's out.
Paulini's got... Oh, dear. You'll see how it all unfolds this weekend live here on talkSPORT. Still to come. We'll be hearing from the manager ahead of the busy weekend in the Premier League. But first, now it's time for No Googling. We want to know which teammate has Reece James played with the most so far in his career. Very simple. which teammate has Reece James played the most games with so far in his career? He's Darren Bent, I'm Jason Cundy. This is Drive here on talkSPORT.
If you're taking out form right now, it has to be Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
I mean, every time he steps on the pitch, I don't think he's going to score. He's so powerful and so quick. When he runs, it's almost like, oh my goodness, you're not catching him.
Yeah.
And that's where Thomas Tuchel, because I mentioned Barnes, Gordon, Rashford, Foden. You then got Palmer. I'm talking about attacking 10 attacking options.
Yeah.
You got Palmer, Saka, Madueke, Bowen, Bellingham can play 10. Rodgers can play left.
Yeah.
I mean, there are going to be some big names on that list that don't go.
Yeah, but annoyingly, out of all of those players, none of them are really smashing it at the moment. Rodgers maybe is doing pretty well. Bellingham's been out injured.
Yeah.
Nothing from Foden.
No,
Cole Palmer's gone a little bit cold.
Yeah. Saka's not, obviously the numbers haven't been there. Madueke's in and out. But
isn't that bizarre? If we were doing this World Cup a year ago, we'd be buzzing with those players.
But and as I said, Barnesy.
Barnesy, giving the old John Barnesy Barnesy.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes. He's right now he's probably in the best form out of all of them.
On the left hand side, Rashford was on the bench last night, right?
Yeah.
Who starts for England on the left for you out of those two, Rashford and?
Oh, Rashford would be first because Rashford for England's been good.
He does.
Yeah.
Does that matter? It's a good point you make. Does that matter? If you're really good for England, but you're not doing it at club level, and some players are like that.
Danny Welbeck was a prime example of that.
Okay. Does your league form matter too much when the manager knows when you put the English shirt on, you perform?
Yeah, I think for certain players, I think it does matter. Because, again, a prime example was the last Euros, not the one in Germany, the one before that, sorry.
Yeah.
Where we was all saying Sterling can't go, his form wasn't there, and he was our best player.
That's a great point.
But you know what Sterling's going to get experience. You know exactly that when it's the highest, he can step up.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earned 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
You not happy with a bit of Prince?
Hey, don't nothing. Who?
Where's George? Jack's normally quite trigger happy when it comes to a bit of George Michael. Say that again, Jack.
George, oh, your boy George Michael.
So Jack said he gets in trouble putting too much George in. You can never have too much George in my world. Up your George.
Is he your one?
He's the guy. He's the one. If you did a soundtrack to my life, right, when I eventually leave this world, there will be, if you did a soundtrack to my life, it'd be just Wham, and George, mate. And a bit of Prince, by the way.
You like a bit of Prince?
Yeah, I love a bit of Prince. Went to see him in concert.
If you can only watch listen to one for the rest of your life. Oh, fair enough. Well,
that's not even difficult, Ben. Who's your go-to guy? Who's the one? Ever.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Bit of MJ?
Not even close, mate. He's banging. Wow.
Yeah, he did all right, didn't he?
All right. Jeez.
You are listening to Drive In on talkSPORT. Ease down a bit. I'm Jason Gunn. Still to come. We'll be hearing from the managers of what's a busy weekend in the Premier League. First, though, before the break, we asked you the second of today's new Gooning questions. We asked which teammate has Reece James played the most games with so far in his career. And in that, I said, Ben, you should get this, mate. And he did.
Mason Mount.
He has Mason Mount, 157 games together. Right now, it's time to look ahead to some of this weekend's other big games in Drive's Premier League preview. Yes, loads of games. Yes. Loads of games coming up here across the talkSPORT network, and the games that aren't, we'll be keeping you across all of that. There's only one place to start, Benty. There's only one place, mate. It's enormous. Liverpool take on Spurs, 4:30. And we can start with the big game of the weekend. As I said, they just set a point above the relegation zone. The interim boss, Igor Tudor, has been speaking ahead of this one, and he was asked if his message is getting across to the squad.
Someone they cannot manage, for sure. Somewhere you arrive and you can help them. And my goal is to find if I can help to do 18 players of 20, 15, I don't know how much, so sometimes you cannot do anything, but most of the time you can do even small changes, small help, you can do it. But also it's what I always like to say to the players, don't be victim. Don't think it's not about me. That can be the problem more than all these things about Tottenham club, like magic on the club, like bad black magic and this. I want to send a message to everyone involved in this club.
The ownership, the CEO?
No, ownership is ownership. The club is there, they can do, owner is owner, they can do, and they're always right, and they do what they want with the club.
Do you know what, right? That long beep, I'd love to know what you said there, because that's one long beep, that.
There might have been a couple of back-to-backs. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 back-to-back bombs. What can you have said that was like that?
I know.
That required that long
a beep. Wow, he's angry, though.
Yeah.
He's like he's still there.
Should he still be there?
No, after the first 2 games, I said it. He had to go. And now...
Benty, that's crazy.
It's not crazy.
Now listen to yourself.
Do you know why
this is what you said.
Do you know why it's not crazy?
First 2 games.
3 games. He had to go. Do you know why, Jace? Because there was no new manager bounce whatsoever, right?
Well, I've called it new manager trounce.
Right. So you can't just keep someone there for the sake of it because he's not been there long enough. Like, they look... every game they play, they look worse.
They're getting worse.
So if you keep giving
the first game, right, was the North London derby.
Yeah, smashed.
That one, I mean, if Arsenal beat, it's no disgrace.
Right. Fulham, they were terrible in that.
Yeah, they were.
Palace at home.
Yeah.
And now Atletico. So if you keep giving this manager more time to build, to take less confidence from the team, what's he there for? You're just wasting games.
I know, but who they could? So it's one thing sacking him, right? Who are you bringing in?
No, but that's two different conversations.
No, I don't think it is.
No,
I tell you why. If they don't have anyone, so okay, let's say they sack him tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
They'll find someone.
Who?
Harry. I mean, I don't think that, but Dyche. Someone.
Dyche should turn it down from what we know.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, that's what I've heard.
From where?
Just,
Because I ain't seen it on talkSPORT website, so where have you heard that?
Well, that's what Alex Wood told me. No, but the rumours knocking around that he doesn't want to, he's not interested in that job. So I said this other night at the sports bar, right? They can get someone in. You're right. There's always someone out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think a bonus to keep Spurs up. I think £7 million bonus is cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, someone will take that. Of course they would. But it's my point, and I get that. They can't have no manager, but it's 2 separate conversations. You can't just keep him there because there's no one else available or no one's taking the job yet. But he can't be there because he's not getting anything out of the squad.
We'll see on Sunday.
And you give him another game, Liverpool. Say they get smashed. That's another 3 points down the drain. They're sliding towards relegation. It has to stop now. You think if they'd have sacked him after the first 3...
No, but who? That is unbelievably bad management. How can you go and employ a manager and within 2-3 games you're saying sack him? But is it his fault Spurs are where they are? No. He's picking up an absolute dishevelled squad. The injuries, you have to mention the injuries as well.
Yeah, of course.
That you can't pretend they don't exist.
No.
Because the club has had, and that internally they need to look at themselves. How many injuries they've got. And, I mean, what's happened to Kulusevski? What's happened to him?
Yeah, and I mean, he was supposed to come back, and now he's obviously been pushed back.
Kudos, where's he? Where's Bentancur?
They've got a lot of players that would make a huge difference.
Yeah.
But I know you're saying that he's picked up this mess, but he hasn't done anything to make them look any better. They look worse.
I know, but he's picking up a dog, 3-legged dog with fleas.
I get that.
Isn't he?
I get that.
That's
still, let someone else pick it up, because he's not the man for this job.
And now tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Sunderland, your old team, take on Brighton. Sunderland sit 11th, but were knocked out of the FA Cup by Port Vale last weekend. What a bad performance that was from them. Brighton lost at home to Arsenal last time out with Fabian Herzler. Very critical of Mikel Arteta's style of play afterwards. He has been speaking of the game at the weekend, was asked if he stands by those comments.
I also said it to Mikel afterwards and then during the week that I really admire his work. I really admire what Arsenal is doing, and therefore I didn't want to create that noise. I just wanted to make my point about how I was feeling, but it has nothing to do with what Arsenal, what Arteta achieved with his player. That's just incredible. That's just impressive. And I said it before the press conference that Arteta is for me one of the best managers in the world, and I see him as a role model. But I think it's still very important in life to say your opinion, to not hide your opinion.
Beep. I mean, I don't... Look, as you well know, right, I'm no Arsenal fan, and I do not want Arsenal to win the Premier League. But the criticism of Arsenal, I find utterly absurd.
Yeah.
Utterly absurd. And I cannot believe the amount of criticism. I heard John Obi Mikel the other day talking on Brighton Jordan, right? Pardew saying there's going to be an asterisk. It's just utter nonsense. It is complete balderdash. And I'm not an Arsenal fan.
No.
But I cannot believe some of the... there's a referee in the middle of the park with a whistle and 2 cards in his pocket, right? If there is going to be an infringement... Look, Arsenal pushed the boundaries. There's no doubt about that. But they're getting away with it, and they're making it work. It's the referee's fault. If there's a foul in the box, or there's manhandling in the box, no penalty's given, there's only one person to blame, and that ain't Arteta.
No.
It's the referee.
Yeah.
And then managers moaning earnestly. It just... And as I said, I'm no Arsenal fan, but what John Obi Mikel said the other day, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Is that having a giggle?
Sure, it's definitely one of them where Fabian Hertz has probably thought about it and gone, oh no. Because it looks like sour grapes. You got beat. Arsenal didn't play well, but still beat you. And then you come out of all that about, oh no, the way they play. Me as a coach would never want my team to play that way, but at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's about effective football right now. And as you
finding a way to win,
and
especially at this stage of the season now.
Performances are irrelevant. It's about results.
Look, Spurs that, right? Yeah. They would rather put in terrible performances and pick up a win from somewhere.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they? Yeah. But I can't. It's. I don't know. I do have a bit of sympathy with Arsenal fans because they're taking a lot of heat. For my money, it is bitter and sour grapes.
Yeah, because they're winning games.
Yeah.
So
and they are. Look, even the Noni Madueke foul right in midweek. Do I think it's a penalty? No. He's won a penalty.
Yeah.
Noni has made it a penalty.
Yeah.
Has he dived? Yeah. Good. It felt contact.
Yeah.
Go down. He got Arsenal back in that tie.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I mean, if you can get away with it, get away with it. There's VAR, right, sat somewhere, and there's a referee in the middle of the park. It's their job. Blaming them completely.
Yeah.
It's their job.
Agreed.
So a little bit of a rant there. You are listening to Drive East Darren Bent. But it's true, Benty. I mean, John Obi Mikel stuff the other morning was unbelievable. I'm shaking my head at some of the language.
That's one of your lot, that.
When I'm criticising him. He's Darren Bent, I'm Jason Cundy. This is Drive here on talkSPORT.
On this week's Inside Liverpool, winger Jermain Defoe gave some of his own stats on Onslaught after hearing about the Dutchman winning 62 of those 100 in charge.
We've lost to Galatasaray twice without scoring a goal. They finished 20th in the league phase. We've lost both to Man City and Man United at Anfield. We've lost 4-1 to PSV. Then the next game after that, 3-0 to Forest at home, both games at Anfield. We failed to beat Leeds twice this season. We failed to beat all 3 promoted teams at Anfield. We've lost 3 times to Crystal Palace this season. Lost to Wolves, Brentford and Bournemouth away. Now, I don't know who you blame for that. I don't know if you blame the players or the manager, but hearing that is absolutely shocking. As current Premier League champions, that is dreadful.
Jermain Defoe there on Inside Reds. And if you want to watch the latest Inside series, all the episodes are available on talkSPORT's YouTube channel. That's all thanks to BetMGM 18+, begambleaware.org.
Inside series on talkSPORT with BetMGM. Watch the latest Inside series episode live on talkSPORT's YouTube channel now. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Are those fair stats for Jermain Defoe to use in his argument against Arne Slot?
Well, they are facts, aren't they? So, and it depends on the standard which you judge Liverpool by, and you know them standards have certainly dropped a long way below what was set last season.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Good evening, happy Friday. Thanks for your company. I listen driving on talkSPORT. He's Darren and Jason Cundy. Still to come, we'll be asking how Manchester City can get the best out of Erling Haaland again. But just quickly, Arsenal begun talks with Declan Rice over a new long-term contract, Benty.
Oh, goodness gracious, that's good, that.
He's in a great position, isn't he? PFA Player of the Year? Do you
know what?
I can't think of anyone else.
Gabriel has been good.
Gabriel's been good.
He's been brilliant. Like Gabriel stood up when there's been times.
Yeah, anyone outside of Arsenal you can think of?
Well, okay, outside of Arsenal, who else has been brilliant?
I think Declan could win it, you know.
Semenyo's been very good. Semenyo was my pick. He's been unbelievable.
Jack just said Bruno Mier. I'm not sure about that. He hasn't done enough at the beginning. I know he's had a big influence on the way that they've turned their season around.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. He's played out position, so I feel for him. But
yeah, he's been brilliant.
Declan Rice, mate, that conversation will be taken
over Gabriel. You think? Yeah, Gabriel's been incredible.
I would go Rice.
Okay.
I don't want to fall out with you, but
no, but
Unai Emery has become the quickest Aston Villa manager to reach 100 wins, doing so in 181 games, with last night's win away at Lille. Now it's time for this.
Win a VIP trip to the British Grand Prix on talkSPORT.
Yeah, listen up, F1 fans. We're sending two of you to the British Grand Prix on Sunday the 5th of July with a full green racing trackside experience. Forget the general admission. You're getting exclusive grandstand seats, plus inner track access to watch the drivers roll into the paddock. And we've got the whole day sorted with all-day street food and a full open bar and more. Wow, Alan Brazil would love this. The ultimate British Grand Prix complete on us. Here's how you enter. For your chance to win, text the word win, WIN, to 83338. That's win to 83338. Text will cost you £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or you can call 0343 418 7260. Lines closed 20th of March 2026 at 4 p.m. 18 plus, UK residents only. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at the website talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word win to 83338 now. Now, it's time for this. Yes, the best of TalkSport and Friends. We're running you through some of the recent highlight moments across the TalkSport network and our sister stations.
Oh, Jack, well played, mate.
Let's kick off with Benty's favourite podcast.
Honestly.
Jack, superb work here from you.
Here we go. Can't wait for this.
21 minutes to go, don't you know? Here's a conversation between myself and Mr. Goldstein about animals that can swim. All animals can swim.
Oh, I don't know if all animals can swim.
Well, don't give me an animal, so I'll tell you.
Mouse.
He can swim.
Okay. Bear.
Bear can swim? What, polar bear's his job?
That's all his job, is it?
What is your
Just
job?
swims for a living. Okay. I've got one for you. I've got one for you.
Go on.
Giraffe.
Can swim.
I don't think it can.
Well, he's not drowning, is he?
It's just walk on the bottom.
Do you know what? I don't want to laugh, right? And if Goldstein was sitting in that seat, I probably wouldn't laugh. But that's funny. Is that funny, that? I didn't want to laugh at that.
You didn't want to laugh, but you were laughing, you were giggling.
Yeah, I didn't want to laugh.
Why don't you listen 21 minutes ago?
No, I've listened before, once.
Do you know what, Ben? Do you know what I've said to you? No, I listen to a lot of you boys. It's a brilliant show. I love listening to the Perriers. Mate, you've got to give 21 minutes to go a little bit of...
I said to Andy...
Give it some love.
I said, what should I listen to? He told me one episode, that was it. I said, what? And that wasn't even episode 1. It was like 11.
Why don't you just...
What are you doing, Jack?
What are you doing on your way in? I mean, you just download 21 minutes to go.
Do you want to
it's on the TalkSport network.
Do you know what? Sorry, I know you got to, but I apologise, right? It's something to do with, just like Andy says about Ipswich, he's got no problem with Ipswich. He's just got a problem with me and Joe.
Yes, I know.
I haven't got a problem with 21 minutes to go. I like you.
No, but you
I've
dig it out, mate.
I've got a problem with him.
No, well, don't.
No.
Next time, think of me.
I see him 5 days a week.
No,
That's
I'm
impossible.
I'm listening.
Yeah, so I can't.
It's still hurting
It's not
me.
you.
No,
it's
but I'm
him.
listening to it. Imagine I'm sat next to him.
I can't do it. Like, listen, Jace, like you.
No, I don't.
Like, it's him.
Going down to exclamation, mate. Can you think of any animals that can't swim?
Pig.
Pigs can swim?
Well, you seen one of you?
Yes, I have.
Can they?
Yes. It's amazing how animals. It's amazing how.
A cow cannot swim.
Bet a cow can swim.
I bet it can't.
What? Okay, why would it?
It's too heavy.
Elephants can swim. What about them?
No, they can't.
They can.
No, they can't, mate.
What do you mean they can't? Elephants can swim.
They can't.
Can hippos swim?
Yeah, they're in water.
No, but do they not just run along the bottom?
How tall do you think they are?
No, but I think they run along the bottom, don't they? And they get the shallow bit to stick their snout out.
I don't think a cow can swim.
I think it can, mate. A cow can swim.
All right.
Apparently, he said they're excellent swimmers.
Okay, I've got one for you.
Go on.
Right. They're not swimming, but they're, I'm guessing the bottom of the snakes.
Snakes can swim?
No, they can't stay. They slither along the bottom. They're not swimming, are they?
They're sea snakes.
What? Can't swim, can they?
Just use his arms. They can swim in water. They somehow...
Okay, fair enough.
Every snake can swim, apparently. Do not forget to download 21 Minutes to Go. It's a brilliant podcast between myself and Mr. Goldstein. New episodes drop every Monday and Thursday.
Oh, it was an incredible week on the Sports Bar, and wow, has it been incredible. Here's Jamie O'Hara losing his rag for the second time in 5 days.
Enjoy the second half today.
Okay, shut up!
Honestly, you lot, I don't know what you want.
Stop going on about the second half. You can't keep going on about it. Like, seriously, mate. Seriously, shut up. You can't keep talking about the second half. I withdrew the second half, mate. Honestly, I'm trying not to swear. Like, you can't keep saying that, mate. You can't keep saying that. You're a professional pundit. You can't keep saying that.
You did draw the second half.
Do you know what, right? Do you know what, sorry. Do you know what someone said to me? And they're right. In terms of this week, you're like a generational run.
Oh, it's unbelievable, mate. The Spurs got beat last Thursday to Palace, right? Since then, it's been crazy, mate. It's the sports bar's just taken over the internet. It's been nuts. And the mask, it's the mask, isn't it?
You went up to the pub, right?
No, I'll tell you what happened. I did a podcast yesterday. I did a podcast, Studs Up podcast, right? TalkSport Bet. And I thought, I can't bother to take it upstairs. So I put it in my pocket, went across the road, and it was Dell's leaving drinks, right?
Yeah.
And then I pulled it out in the pub. And as I put it on, I walked upstairs because go and see Dell. And as I'm wearing the Ange mask, and someone's gone, that's Jason Cundy.
So knew it was you straight away?
Only because the mask.
Famous that. So, sorry, my last question is, what's your favourite sports bar moment of all time? Would this be in it? What, this period you're in now?
This period, the last week has been just so much fun. Honestly, I've had too much fun. But then Chelsea get absolutely battered on Wednesday night. It was Wednesday night. And O'Hara missed it because he was ill.
Shame that. So Sports Bar Weekend returns at 10 p.m. tonight with Max Scott and Bayo Akinfenwa. Meanwhile, you can catch Jamie on tomorrow's game day phone-in from 5:30.
Next up, it's the Sport Headlines at 6 o'clock. You can get involved in anything you want to do. 03717 2233. Voice Darren Belt and Jason Go. This is Drive here on talkSPORT.
Don't ask me again.
Tottenham Hotspur have delayed season ticket renewals, which normally open by the 15th of March until the end of the season. A statement read this to season ticket holders yesterday: "We recognise the seriousness of the current league position, and following discussions with our fan advisory board and the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, we can confirm the renewal window for 2026-27 will now remain open for an extended period until Sunday, the 7th of June. And this is because, of course, the relegation is a real threat now, and even the club are recognising that that could be a possibility. This comes as talkSPORT understands that Igor Tudor has already alienated much of the Spurs squad. His treatment of goalkeeper Antonin Kinski during Tuesday night's hammering at Atletico Madrid did not go down with the dressing room. First of all, Crook, why don't you tell us, because you're the inside man here, what you understand the state of play to be?
I think a lot of the senior Spurs players, if you like, already have big reservations about Igor Tudor and his man management, and those were only exasperated by what happened with Kinski. I thought it was quite pointed. Jed Spence was also not acknowledged by his manager when he went off and came back and made a very public display of shaking his hand. So I think this is an appointment that is unravelling very quickly. I believe that conversations have taken place already between Spurs and potential other managers. Sean Dyche has been mentioned in the last 72 hours or so, but I think he would want a long-term contract, not a deal until the end of the season. There was even talk of Ange Postecoglou possibly being asked to return. I don't think, having made inquiries this morning, that will happen. Ryan Mason as another interim for the third time, it is a possibility.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Good evening, happy Friday. Well, listen, Drive here on talkSPORT. I'm Jason Cundy alongside Darren Bent.
Trying to do a show here. I'm trying to have a say, and you're going to sit there and just try and mug me off for 2 hours. I'm not going to have it.
That's still to come, Benty. We're going to head to another busy weekend in his EFL corner. But now, Manchester City go away to West Ham to run a crucial game at both ends of the table, and it's live right here on talkSPORT.
Listen, you can never call anything in the Premier League at the moment.
How pivotal could this be in the title race for the Premier League? Manchester City 2, Nottingham Forest 2.
Pep Guardiola is absolutely going ballistic.
I can read the comments after Nottingham Forest all over you that everything is over.
Now Verdi trying to help it on. There is his hat-trick.
They've been taught a lesson tonight, Manchester City.
We'll now recover, go to London with Ham and with our people. We will try.
Jared Bowen, left-footed. He slides it into the corner, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Fantastic for West Ham. They've got a good result. They've had great results recently, but they've still got a lot of yards to cover.
Whether it's Tottenham, whether it's Leeds, whether it's Nottingham Forest, or even anyone higher, I'm not worried about them. As long as we fight our way out of it, that's all I'm worried about.
So much still to be decided.
Yes, live on talkSPORT tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff. Manchester City go to West Ham to keep their title hopes alive. Meanwhile, West Ham need the points as they try to climb out the relegation zone. That game, as I said, live right here on talkSPORT tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock. Pep Guardiola has been speaking to the media ahead of it. He was asked if Wednesday's defeat to Real Madrid will hurt the team in the league.
I don't know. We'll see. Tomorrow night they have a game, important one for the Premier League decision, and at the second leg. So I don't know. We are used, so for many years to live these kind of situations. So next one.
Yeah, I mean, he can get a little bit touchy, Pep. And he said, does he know it's going to bleed into their league? I mean, to be honest with you, Manchester City have never been I'm not totally convinced by them at all this season. I've always look a side that's going to concede something.
Yeah, but I still just think...
It's because you're a gooner. Because you've still got the scars of like the last couple of seasons, right?
Yeah, 100% now. I'm just waiting for them to kick into gear.
But haven't we all been kind of waiting for that since like January, Feb? But it hasn't quite happened, has it?
Well, maybe from last year we're still waiting. But obviously Liverpool won it last year. And now this season you're thinking, at some point, I think they've recruited well. There's nothing wrong with their recruitment. You look at Mark Gahey, brilliant signing. Semenyo, brilliant signing. Cherky in the summer. So I think they've recruited really well. But... For whatever reason, they just haven't looked like their normal rock. So I know Rodri.
They haven't for a while though, Benty.
No, but I do think Rodri is a big part of that, because when they were at their best, and he was winning Ballon d'Ors and playing as well as he was fully fit. He was just exceptional. He was the best player for me on the planet, right? In terms of the position and the influence he had on the team, not just on what he did for City, the influence he had on Spain when they won the Euros. Do you know what I mean? Just sitting in that pocket of space and just doing what he does. Since he's come back from injury, he hasn't been back to that. And they haven't found someone who's suitable enough to go week in, week out like he was. Because whenever you look at great Pep teams, right, the spine of the team was always the same. So it was Ederson, Ruben Diaz, and maybe one other, Rodri, De Bruyne, and Haaland. That was and then Bernardo Silva as well,
or Aguero before.
Yeah, and Carl Walker was always right back. But yeah, there was always at the spine. Now it's a little bit all over the gaff. Like there's no Foden no more. I don't know what's happened to him. You got Haaland. We don't know who's going to play holding midfield. Bernardo Silva kind of plays in the.
Does Haaland miss Foden? It's because that relationship at the beginning of the season, when Foden was in that purple patch, it did feel as though that because De Bruyne was always, he was the one that loaded the bullets.
Yeah,
right. He was the one that set things up. He was the go-to creative guy.
Yeah,
and Foden, it looked like was going to do that this season. I don't know whether has Foden played badly. I mean, I don't quite know how he's not. He's not Pep's discarded. That's not the right phrase, but. He's just moved him to one side. Yeah. Nico Riley's been good.
He's been really good, but there's no one on the planet.
But Nico Riley's not that. They're two very different types of players.
Yeah, Foden's got that ability to, certainly on the edge of the box, where he won PFA Player of the Year, where he's on the half turn on the edge of the D and he just whips into that far corner. And he started off the season really well, and I thought, oh god, here we go. That Foden's back. Because by his own standard, was it last season? Was it last year he was unbelievable? Or was it the year before?
The year before, he had an indifferent season
last year, and he's carried it onto this season.
Yeah, but he started well.
Yeah, but he's fallen again. So clearly, Pep
has he though, or has Pep just decided?
Nah,
I don't remember looking at the phone and going, "He ain't quite." And all of a sudden, he's not in the team. Well, you can't find him.
Well, listen, I don't watch City every week, but I'm guessing Pep's pretty much, if someone's on fire, certainly in attacking areas, they tend to play more than not. And the fact that Foden didn't get a minute, I'm like, it's a bit of a surprise, but. Maybe Haaland does miss him, because certainly at the start of the season, I mean, Haaland had 13 Premier League goals in his first 10 games, which is unheard of. And since then, you go, I mean, listen, he's still got a fair few since then. He's still got over what? I think he's got another 9 since then. But
gone quiet of late.
Yeah, he just hasn't been his normal.
Okay, so Haaland is one of those players that, for me, if there's service and you've got bodies around him, chances, he will more often than not put it away. If he is isolated and perhaps doesn't get the service, it's almost like you don't notice him at all. No. He just, some centre forward, for example, Harry Kane, right? Yeah. If there is a moment in the game where Harry Kane gets isolated, Harry Kane will drop deep for the ball and he will influence the game in a different way.
Yeah.
Haaland doesn't and can't do that. It's not fair to even compare the two on that particular level. But how do you get Haaland back involved? Is it literally play to his strengths, balls over the top, balls into the box, and he needs players around him.
Well, that's the thing. You know what Haaland is, and you know how good he is, but he needs service. Yeah. He said he's not Kane who drops into pockets of space and can the range of passing and the all-rounder. He's not an Mbappe that will go and drift that to the left and do some damage out there. He's just not that.
That's not his game.
No. So you have to play to his strengths, and if that's getting the balls in behind early, getting crossed into the box early, going a bit more direct. Because one of my favourite goals, not his favourite because it was against my team, but one of the best goals I think he scored, and we know he scored a lot of great goals. But the one against Arsenal, where he backs into Gabriel, he lays it off, and he spins, and he just...
And he goes.
And no one can catch him. Gets the ball and he puts it in the bottom corner.
Also, at the beginning, when he first arrived at Manchester City, there were a lot of goals where the ball would be played in behind. There was a goal again against Crystal Palace. Can't remember, it was centre-half. He's just manhandled him. Get off me, baby.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of those type of goals. I don't see him in those areas anymore.
No. Well, I know a lot of that was De Bruyne again. Because I remember, was it West Ham? Where opening day of the Premier League, De Bruyne just fed one in behind and he was gone. He opened up his body, rolled it into that far corner.
I don't see that.
He's not getting that service anymore. Now, maybe De Bruyne no longer being there is got something to do with it. Maybe Foden not being there has got something to do with it. But he hasn't looked as lively. Because usually, even when he's not scoring goals, Haaland, he's getting loads of chances. And it's down to his poor finishing if he's not scoring. At the minute, it just doesn't feel like he's getting clear-cut chances anymore.
No, he's not. 10 touches he had against Real Madrid.
That's crazy.
He's now just scored 2 non-penalty goals in his last 17 City games. That has got... If City are going to do anything and put pressure on, I still think it's Arsenal's title. But if City are going to find a way to just keep on Arsenal honest, really, they've got to have to find a way to get him back scoring goals.
And I think he will come back. Because, I mean, listen... In totality, right, he's got 22 Premier League goals in 28 matches, which is...
No, that's phenomenal numbers.
Which is incredible, and he's got 7 assists. So, because of his standards that he set, like if we hadn't been watching the Premier League and then you come over and you look at his numbers, you go, oh my goodness, he must be head and shoulders above everyone. But because of the standards that he set, and the way he started this season, I'm thinking, do you know what? He might get to that 30, 40 mark again in terms of goals. He can
still get to 30 goals, Premier League goals this season.
Yeah. But
has he got 8 more goals to score?
Yeah, 8 more goals.
And that's not inconceivable with him.
No. But I thought he'd be up there, like, where you're going, oh my goodness, he might break the record again. but he just hasn't been his normal.
I think that the City haven't been their normal.
No, and maybe that's got something to do with it as well. That he's not getting the same service. Maybe he's Pep's trying to find a way of getting Reinders in, Shirky in, Semenyo's there as well. It's all new to him.
Can West Ham do you a favour?
I hope so.
No, but can they? I know you hope.
I don't know. I mean, City in this fixture, and certainly Haaland in this fixture. See,
when I look at this game,
against this,
right, if this was Arsenal going to West Ham, I'd be going, Arsenal win the game. City going there, I'm going, West Ham might get a point. That's the difference, how I'm looking at the two teams.
It's quite funny, because me being an Arsenal fan, I'm looking at this fixture game. If that's Arsenal game, I'm going, oh no.
How are you? So I've obviously, I don't want Arsenal to win the title, but it's not my team. But I would go, if I had to bet, if Arsenal go there tomorrow, I would say Arsenal win, right?
Yeah.
I'd put a lot more money on Arsenal winning. City going there, I wouldn't put as much on it. That's just me, how I see the two teams.
Crazy that. So I'm still a little bit like, oh no.
Yeah,
but no, listen, I think City will go there and get a job done. West Ham are flying at the minute and doing really, when I say flying, they've looked so much better of late. Like really competitive, good result against Fulham for themselves as well.
They are they are a much better version of themselves than they were 6 weeks ago.
Oh, at one point I thought this is going to be terrible. They've got the 2-2 against Brentford as well. In the was that the FA Cup?
FA Cup,
yeah,
they
FA
won
Cup,
on pens,
and one on pens. Again, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Bowen getting a couple of goals, confidence. But can they beat City or get something at City? I think they can get a point, but I just think City will win this.
So tell you and I were talking in the break about Arsenal play before Everton, right?
10 points if Arsenal win.
10 points
if Arsenal win,
and that all of a sudden, even though it's
City will have 2 games in hand.
It still feels different, doesn't it?
Yeah, 10 points. You go,
yeah,
and they'll be like, hold on, 10
they
points.
have one game in hand, won't they?
Well, no, because we would have played first, so they would still have. So after they played their game, yes, it'll be one game in hand.
Right, yeah.
But at the point of 10 points, if Arsenal beat Everton, it's 10 points if they win.
That 10 points, it feels big, doesn't it? Even though it's just one. Yeah. How did Man City fans love to get your thoughts on this? How do you get Erling Haaland even back to when he went near his best? Because you need him if you're going to do anything in this title, and you are going to put the pressure and keep on Arsenal honest. You have to have him back. 03 717 22 33 44.
Morning, guys.
Jermain.
Morning, Gav.
Jay,
Morning,
good
boss.
morning.
Boss. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. All good.
Why are you not here, Jermain? I thought you would be with us today in the box, smelling amazing.
I might have to come down, actually. Looks like it's going to be fun. Nice day for it.
Yeah, great day.
Jump on the headache up day, you'll be fine, mate. He's not a racing man, I don't think, is he?
Oh,
I'm not. The boss knows I'm not really, and he's getting involved in it, though.
Yeah.
Saying all the right
He was
things.
well behaved, didn't come on a Tuesday when he was in on the Wednesday.
No.
Yeah, he was definitely there on a Tuesday.
We're the lads here. all got the helicopter here, didn't they?
Did they?
Tottenham, yeah. Yeah.
Jermain, it's good to have you on with this. Let's get your thoughts now on your former club. Shall we start with Spurs? It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's been a hard watch all season. To be honest, I think especially the other night I watched the game and yeah, it was just I think the manager's come in and he's in, especially in that game, he's decided to start a young goalkeeper in Kingsley, and I think I was surprised when he took him off. To be honest, I think when you have a young goalkeeper and you make that decision in such a game of that magnitude to start him, I think you've got to stay with him. I think what a young goalkeeper can gain from from that sort of experience, even though it weren't going well when he made the 2 big mistakes. But I think you've got to stay with him, and the fact that the manager decided to take him off and not really acknowledge him when he come off, I just think that human side, I think you've got to manage that situation in the right way. It doesn't look good. I think try and get through half time and allow the senior players to get around him and help him in the second half. But to drag him off after the 2 mistakes, it was hard for me to see that, to be honest.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Me feel like that.
Unbelievable.
It's few, Ben. It's still no George Michael, though. I've noticed that, Jack. Up your game. Yeah, he's still got another couple of breaks to...
Watch your space. Come on.
Yeah, that's what... Well, no, look, Jack's teasing me.
There's levels, are in there?
He will put George in, mate.
No, you love George, but there's levels, aren't there?
No, but Jacko did his own thing, right?
There's levels.
No, but George, mate. No, listen.
Okay, there's levels, though, right, Jason?
No, George.
No, there's not... Okay, George what?
George.
Is George what?
George Michael.
Honestly, there's levels.
He's Darren Bent, I'm Jason Cundy. This is Drive Here on talkSPORT. Still to come, Benty will be looking ahead to another busy weekend in the EFL with his EFL corner. Just quickly though, Michael Carragher said that Harry Maguire's form deserves a World Cup call-up. Well, we will find out next week when Tuchel announces that squad. He's definitely put himself in the running. Chelsea captain Reece James has signed a new 6-year deal at the club, and West Ham boss Nuno Espirito Santo has been speaking to the media ahead of tomorrow's game at home to Manchester City live here on talkSPORT, and he said he hopes to keep the positive atmosphere at the club alive going into the business end of the season.
Yeah, I think the team in that aspect has been amazing in terms of togetherness, unity, realizing that everybody is needed, everybody has to give the best out of each one of us. It's been really, and it creates an impact on the fans. I always said that as long as we give something, the fans are going to give it back, and it's happening, and may long continue.
Nuno, they're speaking, and West Ham, there's no doubt about it, West Ham have given themselves more than a chance of getting out of this mess. And it wasn't that long ago you thought, don't see anything changing. But things have changed for them, and Spurs are getting closer and closer. Earlier, myself and Bentley were talking about how they get Haaland back involved in the game. Pep's got to somehow find his way to get him scoring goals again. Just two.
There's mojo back.
Yeah. Let's go and speak to Bob, who's a Man City fan. All right, Bob? All right, Bob. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
What you thinking, Bob? What are your thoughts on Haaland?
I completely agree with you both in a way that Haaland does need to start scoring again, but the book can't all be blamed on him.
No.
I feel like when he first came to the Prem, if you remember, he was getting on the end of everything. He was called a tapping merchant for a reason, people give unfairly, because he was always making that run to the front post, across the 6-yard box. But I don't know whether it's because he has just stopped doing it, because it was evident before Real Madrid scored on Wednesday, there was a couple of chances. If he'd have just broken his neck to get in there, he could have done. But my other point is I don't know if he knows how to play with Jeremy Doku. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think Doku knows what he's going to do. So what chance does Haaland have?
Do you know what, right, Bobby? That's a really good point because it's relationships, right? And I think with De Bruyne, he knew exactly when the ball was coming. If it got set back, he's putting it into an area to get himself in there. But I think with Doku, because, as you said, he might cross the ball in first time, he might pretend to cross it, chop it back, and then go back to the byline. You can never quite get your timing of your movement. And when you play with wide players that are like that, you can never really build up that rapport. You know, Gyökeres has got a little bit like that with Arsenal, where when Saka gets the ball, he has no idea when it's coming in. Martinelli the same. He can't get his timing off what they're going to do because every instance can be different. And I think Haaland's going through that a little bit with Semenyo one side and Doku the other side. No one's really going, right, one touch, put it in the box. They're like chopping, and he ain't got a clue whether he's coming or going.
I think so. There were centre forwards that I used to play. We used to moan about the wide men, right? When they chop back, if you've made a run to the near post, you then can't make another run.
No, you've got offside.
So you've already made your movement.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because you go early, you go offside.
So, okay, let me ask you this, Benty, right? Who is it the run that decides the cross, or does the cross decide the run? So how does it work? So, because sometimes the run makes the pass, right?
Yeah.
So if a centre forward, anyone on the pitch, you make the run, the pass. Is it the movement that makes the cross, or the other way around? What is that rapport? How does that work?
Do you know what? It's almost like, so I would like the wide players to put the ball into an area where the space is, and I'll attack the space. So if I'm at the back post, or hovering around the back post, and I see the ball get set back, I'm going to try and make a dart to the near post because that's where I've left the space. So it's up to him to put the ball there.
Right.
Don't wait for me to make the run and then pull it there because then the defender's there with me. But if I know it's going into that area, I can do it early.
But when let's say that's just happened, you make the run and there's a chop back,
and I'm out the game.
Then you've gone.
I'm gone.
That run is now null and void.
There's no more space. I'm offside.
Yeah.
So then the worst thing in the world, the wide players I used to hate playing with, are the ones that would chop back. I've made my run, they'd chop back, and then they'd cross the ball, and then throw their arms up and say, "Where are you?" I used to lose my mind with that.
Yeah, I mean, Doku. There was one goal he set up. I can't remember what it was. It was earlier this season where he's gone on the outside. He is one of those that, and he actually does it very well. He's, the chop shapes up, gets it. But once you've got a yard of space, I always say this in commentary, you don't need to beat the fullback twice.
Just cross it.
Once you've beaten him the once, that should be enough.
Yeah, but then when they chop back, that's where you can see Haaland getting frustrated because he's like, I can't get any time in because then it looks quite bad on him because if he goes to the near post and it just drops over his head, he's like, well, what do you expect me to do? My run to the near post, put it to the near post.
And also, I mean, they're the wider areas. What about set pieces?
Yeah, I mean, again, is the delivery right? Again, De Bruyne. He just knew. There were times with De Bruyne, right? Not only just set plays, but in general play where he wouldn't even look where Haaland was. But he just knew. So, when it set back to him and he wouldn't cross it. He'd almost pass it into an area. Like, it'd be about a yard off. Do you know what I mean? A yard off the floor. Yeah. But he wouldn't smash it in there. But he thinks, you know what? If I put it in that area, I know Haaland's there. And he used to just pass it into that near post area. Haaland, goal.
So, why do you think then that Jack Grealish, Pep decided to move away from Jack? Was there because Jack was a little bit like that as well?
Jack could do that, but I just think in the end, Pep stopped trusting him. That's what it looked like to me. In the big games, he just didn't trust him enough to do his defensive work, to do what he wanted him to do, to be disciplined enough. And I love Jack. And I think he had some great times at Manchester City, winning the treble, winning these trophies. But I prefer the Jack that we saw at the start of this season, Everton, where he plays with that freedom. Like Moyes has put him in a system, but he's almost said, right, this is where your starting position is, and defensively, you get back into this position.
He looks freer.
But when we've got the ball, Gam, do what you do. But in defensively, out of possession, get back here and I'll be happy. And you saw him slide, tackling back, working back. But then when they got the ball, he'd pop up in little pockets, give me the ball. And Jack was, at the start of this season, was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was. Devastating injury for him, by the way, as well, because it looks like his World Cup dream. I'd have to say, I'm not convinced that Tuchel would have taken him anyway.
I don't think so.
It didn't feel like that.
When he was fit, he didn't pick him.
No, he didn't, did he? No. There was that period where the last one back in November, there were a lot of calls, weren't there, to get him in?
Yeah.
And he left him out, and that did feel a bit of a sign.
Well, do you know what? Tuchel's one of those managers, he's not pandering to anyone.
No.
I don't care what you don't want. It's about what I'm doing.
Yeah. What? Just on Tuchel now, the World Cup squad's going to be announced. Do you think it's pretty much what it's going to be? Is there anyone you feel that that might be in it that we haven't quite considered yet? Is there any? I know you heard you talking about Ivan Toney the other day.
Do you know what? Right, I'm fascinated to see what he's going to do in terms of the second striker, because
so who are we talking? So it's Ollie Watkins.
Yep.
It's
Tony.
Solanke's
there maybe. Liam Delap potentially they're talking about.
No, I don't see Solanke and Delap. I just don't see it.
I just think
Tammy. I doubt that as well.
Not really. I mean, Tony's numbers in Saudi this season are mind blowing.
No, but I don't want to ridicule it. And good luck to the boys, earning huge sums of money. But do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but we've seen him play in this country. We've seen him play in the Premier League and for England, and he's done well.
So you think he might just? What have you got?
He might do. But other than that, none of the others have got any form.
No.
I know Watkins scored yesterday, but before that, it was
a bit rusty as well.
Yeah. So what do you do? At one point, I was thinking, because we've got so many 10s and wide players, he might just go, do you know what, Kane, and then Rashford can play up there. Gordon has played up there.
Gordon played up there, yeah.
So maybe I'll go over a load of 10s. But
and just take one striker?
I'll take one striker. But then at the minute, really hardly any of these are in any form either.
No, it's not like there's a major candidate, isn't there?
No.
Fascinating stuff. We'll find out next week. Is it next week? I think the squad is announced. Yes, it is. And that if you're not in that squad, I think it's very difficult to find your way into the squad for the World Cup come June. 03717223334 can continue taking your calls. Still to come. Bennett will be looking ahead to his another transfer EFL weekend. But first, it's time for no Googling. Earlier this week, Anton Semenyo became just the second player to play in non-league and all 4 professional English divisions and the Champions League. I didn't know that. Well, no. Can you name the other player? I actually know the answer to this. I do know the player, and I'm not sure you're going to get this one, Benty.
Striker.
I'm not going to say what it is, right? No, I'm not going to say. Semenyo became the second player to play in non-league and all 4 professional English divisions and the Champions League. I'll give you a clue. This player won the Champions League. That's my clue. All right? Just a bit of fun. You are listening to Darren Bent, Jason Cundy live here on talkSPORT.
That's so typical.
That's so nonsensical.
PSG 3, Chelsea 2, and goodness me, boys, you've shot yourselves in the foot.
What is that? What is that?
I said it. We said it. You bring in a keeper because he's good with his feet. But really and truly, is he that good with his feet? What's this shambolic goal?
Reece James plays the ball back to Jorgensen, who tries to play out from the back, and he gets intercepted. It falls to a PSG player. And by the way, as well, when he gets worked to Vitinha, the goalkeeper's off his line. And that is some dinked finish, isn't it? But once again there, Kwaku, he's taking way too much time. And my goodness me, in a game of football where you're level at 2-2, possibly looking the better team, in a game of this magnitude, at this level, mistakes like that, Louis, are just completely unacceptable.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is why when people talk about keepers playing with the ball at their feet all the time and how it's a massive priority, yes, I appreciate the game is changing, but the priority for a goalkeeper is saving it.
There's also moments as well that I don't think they're clearly there. You had a PSG player coming from the left-hand side.
It's logical.
You could see ahead as well someone's being pressed. I'm with you. Playing out from the back is a part of football, but if you can see there's pressure on, there has to be a moment where you don't play out from the back and you just go long.
But this is the problem. There's this consistent need to always play out the back, always play out, always play out. Just another problem with this Chelsea team, but also not just this Chelsea team, a lot of teams now, because there's so much pressure on playing out from the back, they make silly decisions like that all the time, and we give them the ball away again.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Who's this?
Where's George? Listen, this is not George.
This is George Michael, isn't it?
George. This is another George.
No, this is George Michael.
It's not.
Oh, no. Oh, this is what's called, isn't it? Boy George.
Boy George. What are you doing? Right, Jack.
Come a chameleon. You come and go.
I don't mind it, right? Jack, you've got one more break.
He hasn't. Right? Oh, he has, yeah.
Don't let me down, Jack. Okay? Jack?
That is unbelievable.
Come on, matey. You're normally very good.
He's very good.
There's only one George, right?
George Benton.
George. Oh, I love a bit of Georgie B.
So there's more than one then.
No, but there's only one.
There's
what? Lots of George. There's only one George. There's only number one George.
Yeah, George Benton.
No. Yeah, he's Darren Bent. I'm just going to subscribe here on talkSPORT. Follow us from 7 Flex hosts. Thankful it's Friday alongside Rory Jennings. Now, though, a few minutes ago, we brought you a third and final no Googling of the show. We asked you. This week, Semenyo became just the second player ever to play in non-league and all 4 professional English leagues and the Champions League, and he won the Champions League. Now,
Don't tell me his name. Just give me the club.
he won it with Liverpool.
All right, give me the nationality.
He is actually I think the Republic of Ireland.
Yep.
Right?
I know.
Doesn't say it. Go on.
Steve Finnan.
It is Steve Finnan. Well done.
Yeah. He was. I swear he was right back for Liverpool for a long time.
He was right back for Liverpool a long time. I think did he get taken off in the final? I think he might have come off. Did he win it right back for Liverpool in that final in Istanbul?
I might have made this up. Did he play for Fulham?
Yeah, he did. No, yeah. You'd have. What year were you at Fulham?
No, I wouldn't have played with him. I might have played against him.
Right.
No, I would have played against him for sure.
Just for the record, Welling United. Did Haaland win it? Who went it right? He came off. He came off injured, I think, Steve Finnan, in that final. Who else came off in that final? Half time.
What free kick that is?
Harry Kill. That's the one that came off at half time.
Istanbul.
Yeah. Can you believe, right? I actually wanted Liverpool to win that final.
Why? You hate all English teams other than Chelsea.
I know, but see, it's working at talkSPORT makes you bitter.
Do you know what?
I wanted Man United to win against Bayern.
Why?
Right? In '99. Because I was still playing. When you're playing, you don't really kind of. It just felt that night. It just felt like the two finals. Now I want both of them to go out and get humbled.
How did you enjoy the 2008 final?
No. Why have you done that? You haven't alive. You've been to one final, you lot.
No, that was a heartbreak. That.
Yeah.
Now, do you know I ain't got
two ex-Chelsea.
Yeah, but I haven't got no problem with Chelsea. You know that.
I know, because Daddy Bent's a Chelsea fan.
So you should pay Arsenal a little bit more respect.
No, what do you mean? I show Arsenal a lot of respect. I just don't want you to win it.
Talk nicely.
I have said you're the best side in the country at the minute. I've just stuck up for you. Maybe
you've also Champions League for Chelsea. And there's a chance.
He's horrible, isn't he?
But there's passing by.
Jack. No, George. Playing that footage.
Jack. Honestly, now I know why Goldstein gets so wide. Yeah, find George. All right, now it's time.
Benson.
No, he comes at Benson. That's absolute.
Oh, then isn't it? It's obviously 6:45, so it's
No.
Billy Ocean, isn't it?
What do you mean, Billy Ocean?
Yeah, 6:45. It's always Billy Ocean.
Right, it's time to take a look at EFL action partnership with McDonald's.
Benty's EFL Corner on talkSPORT with McDonald's. Got big McDonald's hunger? Order delivery on the McDonald's app today. From 11 a.m, 18 plus. Fees apply to delivery orders. Subject to availability. Price may vary.
I'd love it if you brought George in there. That'd have been great.
No.
George, no.
Yeah, Benton. He's coming.
Benty's EFL Corner, where Benty takes a look ahead at all the big action in the EFL across all the talkSPORT networks. Benty, where do you want to start, matey? Wrexham versus Swansea live on talkSPORT 2. Will we have team news? We won't have team news. Well, we will have team news, will we? Yeah, we are. That kicks off at 8 o'clock. Big game. Swansea won the reverse fixture 2-1. Now Wrexham sit in the playoffs with Swansea 5 points behind them in 11th. I obviously watch Wrexham. They're very good, actually, against Chelsea in the FA Cup, and perhaps on another day they don't get a player sent off, and the goal that was scored doesn't get ruled out by VAR. They deserve probably something out of that game, actually.
Do you know they probably did, but it's almost brought them back to earth, because before that they'd won 4 out of their last 5. Obviously one of those was against Ipswich. Well, 2 of them were against Ipswich, but they were playing really well. And then obviously that defeat to Chelsea 4-2, which was a great cup game, and then getting beat by Hull as well, was probably one you'd go, do you know what I mean? But the Championship playoff race at the minute is absolutely insane.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
And you're looking all the way down to Wrexham are currently 6th, but then Southampton are 3 points behind them.
By the way, Southampton, I saw them against Fulham. They played well. They deserved to win that game. They were really good.
I mean, they had a lot of clear-cut chances.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I think it's a step too far for Swansea, even if they put a run together. They're currently, 11th? I know there's 52
So you
points.
don't think there's anything they can do? Is it?
There's 5 points between them and 6th place, right? But there's a lot of traffic in between that.
That's the one. It's how many teams are in front of you. Yeah,
you've got Birmingham on 52, Watford on 52, Derby 54, Southampton on 54. You need all of them to lose at the same weekend. And in the EFL, that doesn't happen.
No, and you need to be perfect.
Exactly, and it just doesn't happen. So Wrexham, I mean, if they could somehow get themselves to the playoff and give themselves an opportunity of going back to back to back. No, hold on. It'd be back to back to back to back, wouldn't it? 4.
So out of non-league into League 2.
Yeah.
League 2 and League 1. League 1 and Championship.
Championship Prem. 4. I don't think that's better.
Wimbledon did something. I can't remember what years it were that Wimbledon done that, but it's definitely nowhere near what Wrexham could potentially.
Oh my goodness! If they do that, I know a lot of people are going to talk about the money they've spent, and rightly so. Because
do you care? Do you care about the fact that they spent money? I mean, does it bother you?
Not particularly. But
I know.
I am getting a little bit sick and tired of every time the goal goes in, the camera going straight to the owners.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I scored the goal. Get the camera on me. Not him up there.
Yeah, I think if they were to get promoted to the Premier League, I think there will be a lot of
hatred towards them.
Well, just, get off the two Hollywood stars. I think that'll be a little bit of that, don't you?
Yeah. You see, they're not even there.
They're doing that. Every time that, and understandably not once, but every time Wrexham scored, they zoomed in on the two against Chelsea.
What about the goal scorer?
Yeah.
Just was shut up there.
No, so that's you speaking as a goal scorer.
Yeah, honestly.
I want the camera on me.
Yeah, I got the goal.
I put it in the back of the net.
Go to them later.
Yeah, tomorrow, 12:30, Middlesbrough will take on Bristol City live on talkSPORT 2. Let's talk about that game. Middlesbrough lost to Charlton midweek, which left them 8 points behind the leaders, Coventry. Meanwhile, Bristol City are 12th, 7 points outside the playoffs. I'm guessing if you're not going to give Swansea a squeak, you're not going to give Bristol City a squeak. But Coventry, they've had that blip. And they had a big wobble. It looked like they were going to run away with it. But as we know, that Championship, mate, it's a tough league, that one. And they got pegged back, but looks like they steadied the ship.
Yeah, I think Coventry are done now. Middlesbrough, it was that defeat to Coventry, that 3-1 at Coventry Stadium that done it. Because after that, they draw with Oxford. Then they draw with Leicester, and you're going, oh my goodness. Why? While Coventry are winning games, extending that lead. And then, of course, getting beat, which I was happy about, obviously Charlton. Beating them, that was damning, because you watched the game as well, and Middlesbrough have more than enough chance to win that game. But fair play, it was a smash and grab from Charlton. They got the result. I think now Middlesbrough are playing for second place. They have to hold on to now second place, because they're not going to catch. It's 8-point gap. They're not catching Coventry. I think Coventry will just keep pulling away.
I think they just pulled away again, haven't they? Yeah.
Now Millwall 1 point behind them. Ipswich 4 points behind them with a game in hand. Hull 5th, not that far away. They're all coming up behind Middlesbrough. They need a result.
It is unbelievably tight, isn't it?
So tight. Yeah. That's why Coventry, that little wobble they had was at the right time. Yeah. Now they've just pulled away slowly, and now Coventry will get promoted now. They're in the top two easily, but Middlesbrough are hanging on now for dear life. And I worry about Borough, because I always worry about the team that finishes second. Yeah. And when they've been second for such a long time, and then you fall into the playoffs, I've been there.
I've done it. Was it Ipswich?
You go, oh God.
Yeah, we were second. Looked like we were going to get. At one stage, it looked like we were going to go up automatically.
Yeah.
As champions, and then we dropped it in the playoffs, and then
you got nothing left. You go, oh,
yeah,
head's gone.
Yeah, I've been there, mate, been there. Yeah, shout out for the wall, up the wall, Millwall.
Yeah, they're flying, aren't they? On Millwall, they're doing really well.
They've kind of gone to the radar a little bit, don't
Alex Neil's doing wonders there, because the money they've spent, they've no budget, and he's got them playing a brand of football. They've won their last 4 in a row.
Do you not think they've gone to the radar a bit? People don't really talk about them enough. Talk about Wrexham, right? Understand? Yeah, get it.
Disney.
Talk about Middlesbrough and Coventry.
Yeah.
I don't know whether Millwall get enough respect.
Do you know
what they're doing?
Do you know what they're doing is incredible, right? But the thing about Millwall, it almost feels like they're always in the running. So like last season, it was almost theirs to get into the playoffs. I think they lost on the last day of the season, I believe, right? And they lost that by 2 points. And then you go back a season before that, where you go, okay, they're going to get in there again.
They flirted.
They flirted a bit, and then they completely fell away.
But they're not. They are going nowhere at the moment. They are staying exactly in that fight.
Exactly. So Alex Neil's done a great job.
How many points they behind Middlesbrough? 1. Same games played. 1. Wow.
If you're Middlesbrough now, you're going, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Millwall going up and West Ham going down?
Oh no! Can you imagine? No, it's worse if they're both in the same division. Imagine them two playing against each other.
I know. I mean,
imagine the police out here.
Well, so where we work here at London Bridge, when I do the game day phoning with O'Hara and I come up the escalators at London Bridge, I always know when Millwall are playing at home. The amount of wagons that sounds.
Well, you're on the overground. You're 4 minutes from South Bermondsey.
Yeah, indeed. Let's move on. Another game live on talkSPORT 2 tomorrow afternoon. That's West Brom. They take on Hull, 3 o'clock. Hull going to the game 5th place, 6 points clear of Wrexham in 6th. Meanwhile, West Brom drew at Southampton midweek. As you said, Benty, but sit 23rd in the league and a point from safety. They are without win in the league since December the 29th. Not looking good.
It's not for West Brom. No, it's not. I mean, no man.
How are they there, West Brom?
I know James Morrison's now. He's taking charge of it. But you're right. I did not envisage a situation where West Brom were there like that. And Hull, to be fair, they had a tough time as well. They bounced back 2 defeats in a row, and then that win against Wrexham almost came out of nowhere, because Ipswich beat them, Millwall beat them, and then to go and beat Wrexham, they've just given themselves again another lifeline, because I know they're 5th, but you don't want to start sliding. So I mean, the playoffs at the minute is going to be incredible. But obviously next season it's 8 teams now, isn't it? Which is mad.
Yes.
All the way down to 8th.
Yeah. I don't know whether I like that. I don't know whether they need to do that, Benty.
Yeah, but I understand why, because it gives obviously...
Yeah, I know, but I don't know whether that's... It doesn't... I don't know whether the quality is going to be the same.
Well, do you know what? Derby currently at 8th, 54 points, right? So next year they could go up. The team that's 3rd are 14 points ahead of them.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about that.
Third
Playoffs, I think, is one of the best inventions in football ever.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's still, even with 10 games to go, you might be looking over your shoulder getting ready, but you string some results together, you can get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether going down to that, to 8.
It's like nearly after. No, it's not nearly after.
No, but I don't know whether.
Too many.
I think so. That was Benty's EFL Corner, even with McDonald's.
Benty's EFL Corner on talkSPORT with McDonald's. Got big McDonald's hunger? Order delivery on the McDonald's app today. From 11 a.m, 18 plus, fees apply to delivery orders, subject to availability, price may vary.
We'll end the show with a little bit of fun with the end of show quiz. Plus, we'll have Wrexham versus Swansea with all the team news. He's Darren Bent. I'm Jason Cundy. This is Drive on talkSPORT.
Just a quick word on some of the other stuff that's been doing the rounds this week. Eddie Hearn's been making more noises, discussing the prospect of AJ. We don't even know when he's going to come back and start fighting again, taking on Tyson Fury. I mean, is this just sort of like, I don't know, barroom talk, or is there real feeling behind it? Is there some substance behind the prospect of them meeting finally?
I think there's a real thirst for it from everybody involved in being able to make that fight. I think we will be a lot further down the line, obviously, if Anthony hadn't suffered the tragedy that he suffered at the back end of last year. And that's the main thing, really, for me. Him getting his head in the right space to compete, competing for the right reasons, getting himself to a place of peace. I know that he's never, ever going to get over what happened to him, but if he can get to a place of peace where he can get back in the ring, he can compete, and if he does want to do that again, then I think the obvious turn would be Tyson Fury. I think it would be really, really sad for this era of boxing and this era of boxing fan, and for both of these guys, because I think they'll look back in years gone after their career that they should have done it. I hope that they can get to a point where they do it, because I still think that it is the biggest fight for two British lads stepping in a British ring. Fingers crossed it happens on British soil, that we can get.
Right, final prediction before I let you go. Who sinks more pints of Guinness over the weekend? You in Dublin or Crookie this afternoon while he's watching the Gold Cup?
Oh, that's a killer, that. I think Crookie takes it all. I've been out with Crookie on a couple of occasions, mate, and he is a phenom, isn't he? He knows what he's doing when it comes to sinking pints.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it! We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion?
That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Say again, Jack, I didn't hear that. Bit of George Benson. Give me the name.
Listen, I love this song, but Jack...
It's a classic.
No, it is. It's a tune.
This is the only George you need.
No, it's not. You need George. Come on, that's like it. This is George Harrison. He's just winding me up now. He's Bentley, I'm Cundy. This is Drive on talkSPORT. From us from 7 in around about 7 minutes' time. Flex host, Thank Football. It's Friday this evening. Rory Jennings alongside. And meanwhile, over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Wrexham against Swansea in the Championship. The team news is in for that one. And John Dunn has all the details. John.
Good evening, chaps. Two changes then for Wrexham. That's after a midweek loss here against Hull. Ollie Rathbone and Issa Kabore are the two that return to the starting 11. Ryan Longman and Josh Windass moving out. Okonkwo then in goal. Cleworth, Hyam and Doyle is a back three. Kabore, Viner, O'Brien and Thomas. Rathbone, Broadbent and Smith as a front three. Two changes for Swansea. Jay Fulton and Ji Sung Yom moving out. Gustavo Nunes and Marco Stamenic coming in. That's after a midweek win. They won 2-1 at Portsmouth. So the starting 11 for Swansea is Vigouroux in goal. The back four, Key, Cabango, Burgess and Timon. It's Stamenic alongside Galbraith in midfield with Franco, Ronald and Nunes supporting the leading scorer Vipotnik up front. Kick-off is at 8 o'clock. There's just 5 points between these two Welsh giants. Mickey Gray will be alongside me for Ryan Reynolds against Snoop Dogg. Wrexham against Swansea.
This goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run.
He's just putting George's out from his backside at the minute.
Who is this, George? Who? George.
Any George you can pull out now, except for George Michael.
I'll put that Foreman's grill, that'd be good.
It's terrible stuff. Yes, if you want to listen to that game on talkSPORT 2, 8 o'clock kickoff, John Dunn will be there with Mickey Gray. Now, right now, it's time for One Word Billy. He's joined us in the studio.
All right, lads.
Here he is. All right, Billy boy.
Yeah, great. Good to have you here, Cundy.
Yeah. Is it, Goldstein normally...
Yeah, I'm usually getting abused at
You
this
are
point.
normally, there's a lot of abuse thrown. Yeah. Who's come up with this one? It's disgusting.
My favourite song.
It's not George, though, is it? What are you doing? Why are you poking him with a pen?
Always, yeah.
Do you?
You're stabbing me.
You're stabbing me.
No, I don't do that. I don't promote violence.
Right, Bill, this is the end of show quiz. You have a little... have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Right, what you got for us?
It's about dinosaurs today.
Is it? Why dinosaurs?
Because there's a new doc on Netflix
right.
about dinosaurs.
Yes.
Oh, who voiced that? Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice.
It's taken the office by storm.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's amazing. I'm fascinated by dinosaurs. Okay,
Me too.
Totally fascinated by them. But kids have owned dinosaurs. Think about that. The most ferocious beast ever have been on this planet. And kids will get dinosaur backpacks, dinosaur pyjamas, dinosaur socks.
You know we've got 1 minute left of the quiz, right?
Okay, go on. What do you want?
Cundy, do you want to go first?
Go on.
Pardon?
Cundy, do you want to go first?
I don't care. Okay, you go first.
All right, Benny, do you want to go first?
No, don't.
All right. Cundy, the Stegosaurus had a brain the size of a what?
A nut.
Is that what you're going with?
I'm going to go with a nut, yeah.
Yeah, it's a walnut.
Yeah.
3 centimetres long.
Bigger than mine.
Wow. Yeah, true.
Wow.
Benty, how big was the meteor that killed the dinosaurs? Do you want some options?
Please, yeah.
200 metres, half a mile, 9 miles.
9 miles.
Yeah.
Have you seen the crater?
No.
I think it's under New Mexico, something like that, mate. The crater is just...
Is it?
It's very big.
9 miles long.
From here to Wembley. And a bit, I think.
Imagine that.
So it's not then here to Wembley.
No, and a bit more.
Is that have you worked it out?
Yeah. Cundy, how fast is it thought that the T-Rexes could run?
Give me options.
90 miles an hour.
How many?
19.
Yeah.
19?
Yeah. 19, 39, 89.
I'm going to go 19, mate.
Yeah.
They're little arms. What are those arms about? What are they going to do with them?
Well, it's obviously more than 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, massive you'd think, right?
Yeah.
No, because they're big, mate. They're heavy. It's like, see big old centre halves trying to turn and run. That's what it was like.
Do you want one that you can both answer? Go out on.
Give it to Benny.
How tall? Tallest ever dinosaur, Benny? In metres or feet?
That's that what's called in it. That Stegosaurus Rex.
Well, give me options.
I'm going to go 80 metres tall.
80?
Minus 20. 60 metres.
20 metres.
That's it.
The old Sauropus.
Big boy.
Yeah,
a bit Arsenal would have him on corners, wouldn't they? Hey, far post, knocking it down. Benny, you've been an angel. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. And you guys at home for listening as well. There he is. Jack's redeemed himself a little bit of George. That's it for the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Next up, though, it's Flex. Oh, my God, I nearly said it. Thank Friday is football.
In the past 10 years, on only one occasion has a side been on fewer points than Arsenal at this stage of the season. Leicester City, 63 points at this stage. Arsenal leading the Premier League on 67. Liverpool were also on 67 in 23-24, and they went on and finished third